Yes, sir. Good evening.
Sir, good evening. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Sorry to be late. Actually, just now I came from my.
No, sir, it's all
Sir,
right.
you,
It's all right,
sir, you need not say sorry, and we already informed our participants, sir, about it. So everything is all right.
Can I start,
Shankar,
ma'am?
sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Just there is a formality, and then we'll start, sir.
Okay.
Rahmuddin, sir, are you there?
Yes, madam.
My
Okay.
PPT
Yes,
is
sir.
visible
Please
to
start,
everyone, madam.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Visible.
Welcome, sir. Shankar, sir. Good evening.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. Good evening, ma'am.
Okay. Madam, I will begin.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Warm greetings to all respected principals, resource persons, research scholars, and dear participants joining from across India and abroad. I am Rahimuddin, lecturer, Government Degree College, Narsampet, Warangal, and the convener of IITWW. This program is jointly organized by Government Degree College, Autonomous Narsampet, Warangal, and SKVT Government Degree College, Rajamahendravaram, East Godavari, in association with EDUUMENTUU, powered by Sharayu, EduPro, and Venkat's time. At the very outset, I sincerely thank our chief patron, Professor Dr. Mallam Naveen, and our patron, Dr. B.V. Tirupaniam, Principal Government Degree College, SKVT, Rajamahendravaram, for their constant support and motivation. My heartfelt gratitude to our co-convener, Dr. Y. Swarnasri, HOD, SKVT Government Degree College, Rajamahendravaram, and to all the members of the organizing committee of their for their teamwork, energy, and dedication and support. Now, I would like to give a brief introduction of today's resource person, Dr. Shankar Chandra. Dr. Shankar Chandra, Assistant Professor, is School of Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence, SR University, Warangal. Dr. Shankar Chandra is a distinguished academician, researcher, and innovator currently serving as an assistant professor at the School of Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence, SR University, Warangal. With over 15 years of teaching experience and 5 years of focused research, he brings a wealth of expertise in computer science and artificial intelligence to his academic and research endeavors. His academic profile is marked by excellence with 15 research publications in reputed journals and conference proceedings, reflecting his scholarly vigor and deep subject knowledge. Beyond publication, Dr. Chandra has also secured 2 Indian patents, which stand as testimony to his innovative thinking and ability to translate ideas into impactful technological solutions. A passionate educator, Dr. Chandra is committed to mentoring students and shaping future leaders in technology, while also contributing to the advancement of cutting-edge research in artificial intelligence and computer science. At IITWW, Dr. Shankar Chandra will share his expertise to inspire participants, offering insights into research methodologies, innovation, and the integration of AI tools in academics and thesis writing practices, equipping scholars with skill for today's digital research ecosystem. And sir's today's topic is From Proposal to Defense, a roadmap for successful thesis completion. Thank you, sir. Over to you, sir. You're warm welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Okay. Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Shankar Chandra, working as assistant professor. Today's session on From Proposal to Defense, a complete roadmap for successful thesis completion. Before going to justify our title, let me tell about research and what is research and what are the we need to go through the successful researches and how we'll publish the papers in different journals and how we'll write the conferences and how we'll develop the innovative patents like that. This is the roadmap for justification of our title: proposal development, literature review, methodology design, experimental work analysis, thesis writing and formatting, plagiarism check and corrections, pre-submission review, and viva preparation and defense. These are, I will try to give the brief information about all these subtopics. Here we have the very less time. Within 1 hour, we have to cover all these topics. So just try to understand. Just I will go through all the whatever the roadmap I have. Just so before going to discuss about uh, our proposal to defense, just you can first we have to know about the research. Actually, what is research? Generally, we all know that here, for example, if you want to develop something, here developing something means compared to existing systems and compared to existing technologies, we need to develop something new. So to develop the something new compared to existing, first of all, we have to understand what are the problems having in existing technologies and existing research activities and existing projects. Then only we people can able to give the a new technology, otherwise no. So means what here, first we have to understand the problem. If there is a problem, if you analyze the problem, if you understand the problem, then only we people can able to give the solution to that problem with the help of a number of technologies are available by designing the new models, by designing the new algorithms. We people can able to give the a solution. Similarly, so just you can we have to focus on research is that simply a research means finding new knowledge. Research means finding new knowledge or finding new knowledge from all the existing systems. Means what? For example, if you want to develop a new product, then definitely, actually, research means what here? Nowadays, everything is existing in this world. Everything is existing. Just we need to go for the improvement. We need to go for the advancement, and we need to go for the update by using the existing technologies and existing research activities. Means what here? What are the problems having in existing technologies? To overcome that, we need to design. We need to design the new technology. We need to design the new system, and otherwise we need to add the extra functionalities, extra operations, and extra features we need to add on existing technology. It is the one research. Clear? Means what here? Nothing is there. Just discovering new knowledge from existing system. That is the research. Discovering new knowledge from existing system. Clear? By means whatever the problems having in existing research activities, we need to find out that problem, and we need to add some additional functionalities, additional features, and additional operations we need to add on a existing technology. That is the research. Discovering the new knowledge from existing technologies and existing research, that is the main motto and main aim of a research. Then here we have the purpose of research. In purpose of research, just now I already said about a problem. First we need to understand the problem. Without understanding the problem, there is no any kind of a solution. We are working and we are developing something new means first of all we have to identify the problems from existing system. To overcome that problem only we people can able to give the new solution, otherwise no. That is the main motto. And discover new facts. The purpose of research discover new facts. Means what here? From problem only. If you understand the problem which is in a existing system, clear, with the help of that only we people can able to give the a new, we people can able to discover the a new facts, otherwise no. And improve existing methods. Yes, 100%. With the help of a research, what are the problems having in a existing technologies and existing systems, we people can able to improve the existing methods by giving the new solutions, and we people can able to provide the a new product to a market. That is the main concept of improve existing methods and develop new theories and technologies. 100% we people, with the help of a research, we people as a developer, as a researcher, we people can able to invent new things, new systems and new projects. That is the, and we need to find solutions through the analysis. As 100% we people can able to find the new solutions to give the best a system. If you understand the particular a problem, then only we people can able to give the new solutions, otherwise no. So you can take the any kind of a new development activities first we need to the specification of a problem is very, very important. That is the main motto of research. And a research proposal. In a research proposal, here for if you want to do the research on a particular activity, first of all we need to develop the research proposal. Here in research proposal may give the exact information what we are going to develop and what technology we are going to work and what new things we people going to develop. That is the main concept of a research proposal. Simply we'll say that here it is a blueprint of our a research work. A research proposal is a blueprint of our research work. In this research proposal, we as a researcher, we people can able to give the a brief information about our a technology, a brief information about our a topic on which topic we are going to work, and what are the methods we people going to use to give the solution, and what are the problem we have to identify the particular a problem, and by using that problem we can able to give the particular a solution. So that is the main concept of a research proposals, and in which we people can able to give the existing system, proposal system, and supported technologies and architecture can be used in a research proposal. Here the main purpose of research proposal is just you can observe here the research proposal may show the importance and novelty of our a study, on which technology we people going to work, and what we are going to develop, and what technology we people going to use, and what methods we people going to use to give the solution to a particular problem. And we in a research proposal we people can able to present a clear a research gap. Research gap means what here? When you, for example, when you start the a new research, for example, we need to go through the particular all the existing research activities, then we people can able to find the a gap. Means what here? What uncovered topics, what uncovered methods we need to find out from a existing technology. That is the research gap. Means what here? By using the research gap, we people can able to find out the particular a problem, and with the help of that research, what are the uncovered activities we have in a existing research to improve that, we need to identify the research gap. With the help of that research gap, we people can able to give the a new solutions to a current problem. That is the main concept of a present a clear research gap. And here provide a feasible methodology. By with the help of a research gap, we people can able to provide the a feasible methodology with the help of a particular a solution, by designing the particular a model, by developing the particular a algorithm, we people can able to implement that. And literature review, it is very, very
Sir?
important. Sorry.
Sir, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but are the slides moving? Because I can only see the introductory title slide.
Oh, sorry. Now, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Can you see the literature review slide, madam?
Yes, sir. Now I can see. Thank you so much.
Okay. When I go for slideshow, slides are not moving. I think there is an issue.
Yes, sir. We didn't see
now literature review. Sir,
okay.
Now literature review is there, sir, on the screen.
Man. Okay, madam. So, right. Okay, now literature review, as a researcher, definitely we need to go through the literature review. With the help of a literature review, we people can able to whatever the existing technologies are available. For example, we need to first we need to decide the research area. Next, with the help of that research area, we people can able to identify the particular a problem. When you identify the particular a problem.
Sir, yes. Sorry for your interruption, sir. Actually, our participants asked for. They want to know how to get that literature review, sir. They want the demonstration. Is it possible, sir?
Okay, I will try, madam. Actually, okay, just okay. They want a literature. Okay, 1 second, madam. Yes, actually the main mode of literature review, just here, just you can observe here, literature review tools I have mentioned in this slide. Here by literature review in the sense, when we, whatever the research topic we have, based on that research topic, we need to collect the number of existing published papers and conferences which are related to our topic. Then we need to go through that all the papers. Then we'll get the something. Means what here? For example, if you want to give the solution to a particular a topic, then when you go through the particular a different published papers which are related to our a topic, then we'll get the some idea. So here we have the some literature review tools. Google Scholar, many papers are available in Google Scholar. Whatever the authors available in a market, just you can type the name of a particular scholar in a Google Scholar, that author name. We people can able to get the complete profile of a particular a scholar. Clear? Then we people can able to see. Just you can see here. Just I will show. All the published papers available in Google Scholar database. Just you can, we people can able to see the all the authors profile. Sir.
Excuse me, sir, your PPT is not visible, sir.
Yes, sir. 1 second. Yes, just you can see it is my Google Scholar profile. I think
Yes.
slide is visible. So just you can see here,
Yes.
in my profile, more than the 30 papers are available. Clear? If these papers are related to your research area, just you people can able to go through this Google Scholar profile, and you people can able to download the papers, and you people can able to write the new papers. Clear? Means what here, with the help of this, it is the one database. With the help of Google Scholar database, we people can able to go through the particular a scholar's profile. If these available papers related to our research area, then we people can able to go through that, and we people can able to use the references from that paper. It is useful to us while going through a new technology, and while going through the particular a new research. That is the main one. It is the one tool to go through the particular means literature review by referring the a different existing technologies. And here we have 1 second. Right. And here we have the Scopus databases we have, and Web of Science databases, all these Scopus indexed journals and all the Scopus indexed proceedings available in a Scopus database. Just you can Google it, Scopus preview. You can create your own ID. Then you people can able to maintain your database, and all the published papers, all the published and indexed papers will be available in your login. And here we have the one more a tool for a literature review, that is the Web of Science. All the SCI indexed papers, all the SCI papers will be indexed in a Web of Science, and where we people can able to download the papers if we have the ID. And here we have the SCI Hub. Here we have the one website, that is the SCI Hub. If
sir,
any, yes, ma'am.
nothing is actually visible on the screen, sir.
Now also, madam.
Maybe under the process, but I haven't seen it, sir.
1 second.
Sir, it is invisible to everyone.
1
It's
second.
not visible, sir.
Now, madam.
Yes, sir. Literature review tools. That
Yes,
is there,
yes,
sir.
ma'am.
Slide
Yes,
is there.
yes. Yes, madam. Yes.
Sir, actually, many of the people, many of our resource persons, they have talked about literature review and all this, sir. Actually, we want how they have to use the review tools and how to get them, and how to, I mean, make
Yes,
it
madam.
like
Okay,
that. We want, sir. We want demonstration.
Yes, madam. Just now I shown the Google Scholar, na madam. Like that only, na. They are asking how papers will be extracted from a different databases. And here we have the one more database, that is the SCI Hub. All the published papers, SCI indexed published papers will be available in a SCI Hub. Yeah, we people can able to download the papers from SCI Hub, madam. So if whatever the papers are related to our research area, from that we people can able to go through that papers, madam, for a research, for a literature review.
So that Sci-Hub site is not working nowadays.
SCI Hub, sir. Sir, where in SCI Hub, first we need to, what we need to do, first we need to identify the related title, sir. Related title. For example, it is the SCI indexed paper related. If you have the related title, just you can copy the title, then automatically complete paper will be downloaded from SCI Hub. SCI Hub. Just you can Google it. SCI Hub. Clear. Only SCI indexed papers only available. But first we need to know that published paper title, sir. With just we need to give the paper title, then we people can able to download all the SCI indexed paper from SCI Hub. Just you can Google it. SCI space Hub. And from research
Excuse me,
scholar.
sir.
Yes.
Sky Hub is banned in India.
Not Sky Hub. SCI Hub. SCI SCI indexed
All
papers.
Capital
Sir,
SCI.
Yes, capital SCI. SCI.
Sir,
C
I
for
feel
Chennai,
that
I for India.
SCI Hub.
Yes, sir. SCI Hub.
That is not available nowadays, sir.
Yes, sir. Recently I used it, sir. Just 1 week before I used it, sir. I downloaded papers also, sir.
Sir, if you don't mind, can you demonstrate it, sir?
I will try, sir. 1 second.
So that it will be useful for us.
Sure, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Sorry for this. SI hub has been blocked in India. Recently, it was blocked, sir. Especially in India,
Yes, sir. Yes,
blocked.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Just
sir.
now
I
I
have tried and
opened.
I couldn't download it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is actually under censor.
And
Yes, sir. SI hub
go
has
for
been
alternatives,
blocked.
sir. So go
Yes,
for
madam.
alternatives.
Yes, ma'am.
Madam, Suvarna, madam, actually we
Sir.
can, if you are sure about the title, you can download in different sources, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Actually, some of our participants, they have asked for the demonstration, sir. Actually,
Okay, madam.
Usually, okay. Sir will try. Okay.
Sir, if you are not comfortable, you can continue your work, sir. No problem.
Okay, madam. Okay. Right now that SI have also blocked, madam. Just recently we used it, but
Sir, you proceed
We
with your
have
work, sir.
okay, madam.
in DeepNet, we have everything available, sir, actually. But was,
Okay.
in official Chrome and all, they have banned. But in DeepNet, everything is available, sir.
Okay, sir.
Properly, we have to know how to search those papers.
Sir, can we rely on veracity of it, sir? And which are actually coming from those? What just now you have said, you have whatever you said.
Yeah, but it's actually recently a paper, ma'am. So, ma'am, it is cited 62 times by King. I have downloaded the paper. Actually, it is not available in open source.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you for giving information. So, yes, that's about the literature review. Here we have the different tools. With the help of that, we people can able to download the papers and we people can able to go through that. And here we have the research rabbit and Parish also. We people can able to download the papers citations based. And the problem statement. First, we have already discussed about the research. First, we need to identify the particular a problem. With the help of that problem, only we people can able to analyze it and understand it. Then we people can able to give the solution. First, we need to identify the research area. Then we people can able to go for the particular a topic, and we need to identify the particular a problem. Then we people can able to give the a solution. That is the main motto of this problem statement. And research objectives may plays the vital role while a research is going on. Here we need to identify the specific, clear and measurable objectives. Here the main motto of objectives you will give the a particular a step-by-step procedure. Actually, what we are going to do in our a research. Just you can see that here the research objectives explain what we will do in the a research. A step-by-step procedure will give, and here we need to identify and we need to specify the particular a research objectives. And while our research is going on, we need to define the every objective step by step. According to that, we need to make a particular a research plan. A first objective, for example, if you want to publish the one paper based on our paper, our objectives need to define our a paper. And if we have the more than 3, more than 4 objectives, then also all the objectives need to define our a research area by publishing the papers. And here we'll define the clear and just you can see here we need to define a clear primary and secondary objectives. And here we have the some activities. Just you can see here the research methodology is the systematic plan. Just you can see that here what we are going to develop, that research methodology may give the particular a blueprint or a roadmap of how we'll conduct the particular entire research, and it explain how we will collect the data, what tools we are going to use and why those methods are useful to our a research. Clear all this and how a results will be analyzed, that all the concepts will be covered in a research methodology. And here we have the some components of a research methodology. Here we have the components of a research methodology, research design, data collection methods. In research design may give the overall structure of our study. And here we have the qualitative, quantitative and mixed methods of activities we have in a research design. A qualitative means it is by using the opinion, by using the experiments, we people can able to collect the data and we people can able to design. And quantitative means a particular in numbers and measurable. And a mixed method means the combination of qualitative and a quantitative. And here we have the data collection methods by using the surveys, by using the questionnaires and interviews, and we people can able to collect the data which is related to our a technology, which is related to our a research. And here we have the some data analysis techniques, statistical analysis, machine learning algorithms. All you people know that many machine learning algorithms are available based on our a problem statement, and based on our a solution we people can able to go through the particular machine learning algorithms and deep learning algorithms. And here we have the algorithms and model descriptions. Just you can see that here we people can able to go for model architecture and training and testing and optimization techniques we people can able to use based on our a requirement and based on our a technology. And these are the very common information, and just we can go through the particular thesis workflow diagram. I will give the brief information regarding the thesis workflow diagram. Here we have the number of chapters I have included here. The first chapter, just you can see here, the framing the research, literature review, objectives of the study, research process and conceptual framework, application design and pre-evaluation and feasibility study, and results and discussions. And chapter wise, what we need to add in a chapter wise, just you can observe here. Here it is the thesis writing structure. Here chapters outlined based on our researches and based on a university requirements. Maximum nowadays all the universities asked to include the 5 chapters. So here I have given the 5 chapters information and what we need to add in each chapter. So in first chapter 1, introduction, which covers the background, problem statement and objectives. It is about our a research work we need to add in a chapter 1. And here we have the chapter 2. In chapter 2 here we have the taxonomy and critical analysis. Clear. In critical analysis what we are going to do and what we are going to add. Clear. What are the information we have collected and what analysis can be done and what methods we are using and what technologies we are using. Everything will be added in a literature review, and what existing technologies and what are the papers we have referred which are related to our a research. We need to mention all the existing and all the information we need to mention in a literature review. And here we have the chapter 3. In chapter 3 here we have the methodology. This chapter 3 may covers the architecture diagrams. We need to design the particular a model, and we need to whatever the algorithms we have developed, and we need to add the all the algorithms which are supporting to our research. And workflow, it is the working model. Workflow is the working model. We need to show the working model, how data flow from starting and with starting to and a complete a result. We need to show a complete workflow of our research activities in a chapter 3. And we have the chapter 4. In chapter 4 we need to add the results. Here a performance tables and graphs we need to add in chapter 4. And in chapter 5 conclusion and future work. Here we need to give the conclusion, whatever the key findings we have according to our research area and whatever the limitations. and future scope of our research we need to mention in a chapter 5. And here we have the plagiarism check tools. Here we have the Turnitin. It is a very popular plagiarism check tool. With the help of Turnitin, we people can able to check our documentation, and if it is a AI content and whatever the data we have collected from a multiple sources. So in a research papers and our research thesis, here compulsory less than 10% plagiarism should be there. If it is the more than 10%, some universities not accepting that. So the whatever the data we have collected from a multiple sources, that should be less than 10%. And AI content is less than 25%. It is acceptable. It is based on a universities. They people can able to use the particular a capping. So based on that, we need to implement that. Here we have the Turnitin, and here we have the Authenticate, and here we have the Grammarly Premium and Plug Scan. Most now I am also using the Turnitin only. No, all these, but these are the plagiarism check tools available in a market. But most popular Turnitin is useful to check the research work. And this is defense preparation. In this, we need to prepare a clear presentation, and we need to highlight the research gap, objectives, and contributions. We need to identify that here, and we need to practice expected questions from examiners, and we need to create the visual summaries like charts and tables in our thesis, and we need to conduct a mock presentation before going to present, before going to go for a viva voice, final viva voice. We need to go conduct a mock presentation. They people can able to get the questions from our supervisor and our SRC teams. Then we people, according to that, we people can able to make a plan, and we people can able to defend our viva successfully. And I have mentioned here some frequently asked viva questions. What is the gap you identified in literature? Explain your methodology in simple terms like that. And what are the key findings of your research, and what are the limitations and future scope? Like these questions will ask in final viva voice. And final tips for a success: start early and plan each state, and maintain consistent writing and backup. Meet supervisors regularly. It is for only research scholars, those who are doing their research in different universities. It is the very mandatory to meet the supervisors regularly. We need to interact them. We need to take the inputs from them, which is useful to our research. And we need to follow the university rules and regulations, and stay confident during your defense. Thank you. It is my brief presentation on my this session. Thank you. If you have any queries, you can ask me.
Sir, please show me the last but one slide, sir. What are the questions, sir?
Okay, sir.
The examiners will raise.
Yes, sir.
So we have to prepare. What motivated you to choose this topic?
Yes. What is the gap you identified in literature? Explain your methodology in simple terms. What are the key findings of your research? What are the limitations and future scope?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Madam?
Sir, thank you very much, sir. Dr. Shankar Chandra, sir.
Okay, madam. Thank you, madam. Can I
For
leave,
your
madam?
Yes, sir. For your comprehensive and highly structured session on From Proposal to Defense, a roadmap
Yes,
for
sir.
successful thesis completion.
Yes,
Your
ma'am.
clear exposition of the entire thesis journey has provided our participants with an invaluable blueprint for navigating their research confidently and systematically. Your emphasis on planning, discipline, documentation, and some examples, all these have offered practical clarity to scholars at every stage of their thesis work, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for this opportunity.
Welcome, sir. Rehman, sir.
Yes, madam.
Sir, next class.
Dr. A. Greeny, madam.
Ma'am, are you there?
Madam?
Greeny, ma'am, are you there? Green, I think, sir.
Madam?
Dr. Green, are you there? Sir, once please call ma'am.
Okay.
Meanwhile, any of our participants can give any suggestion regarding this research proposal or anything you have. You feel it's a forte.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, all.
Good evening, Immaculate ma'am. Deepika ma'am.
Ma'am, can we, it's just a suggestion from next time, from next sessions, we will log in. Can we log in 5 minutes before and exactly start at the time 5:30 like that?
Definitely, ma'am. Actually, we'll inform you, ma'am. At 5:40, the class will start like that. We informed.
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. 5:30 to 7 like that. We are getting the first session. No, ma'am. If exactly we start at 5:30, 5 minutes before, if we log in, the keynote speakers, resource persons can start at 5:30. Maybe few are
yes,
restricted
ma'am.
to that time. That's why.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, all. Ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am. Immaculate, ma'am.
This is just a gentle reminder, ma'am, to arrange for recordings to be posted in a common drive, ma'am. It will be useful for our research to refer.
Definitely, ma'am. We'll do that.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome, ma'am.
Good evening, one and all. I'm Nicole, and I'd like to give a very little suggestion, if that's okay.
Ma'am.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so that I see a lot of people discussing literature and its reviews. I'd also like to hear someone talk about contemporary ideas and something that's very backwards. We can discuss about it and how we can have a futuristic view about such things, like how queer literature plays a major role these days, and how feminism needs improvement, and how these can be brought into research ideas and things like that. Because since we are discussing project work and thesis ideas, bringing contemporary elements into the discussion would be of great, how can I say that, an opportunity to new researchers who are willing to try different genres.
Yes, ma'am.
clear?
Yes, ma'am. But I think it's not clear, but it's okay, ma'am. I think the signals
No, what
are not weak. I
we need
mean,
to
they are
discuss
weak.
about contemporary ideas. Yeah,
Yes, ma'am. The thought is actually conveyed. We
yeah,
agree with you, ma'am.
yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Welcome, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Ma'am, Professor Immaculate, please.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, you have announced about the membership, no, ma'am?
It's not me, ma'am. It is actually the organization, Sharayu, EduPro, like that there, ma'am. They are actually, yeah, they highlighted it. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we have to contact them to become the membership. Whom to
Yes,
contact?
yes, ma'am. You can talk to Venkat, sir.
Venkat.
Madam is trying to join. No, because of network problem, she is unable to join. No, within 5 minutes, she will join.
Okay, sir. Okay. Does anyone have any idea in regard to research or profession or something? You please share with us. Share those things with us. Dr. Sudhakar Garu.
Madam, namaste, ma'am.
Namaste, sir.
Sir, I made a call to madam. Madam is trying because of the problem, network problem. She is unable to join. No, she is trying.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Rahimuddin, sir. It's okay.
Okay, so regarding somebody asked how to download the papers.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
ma'am. We can download those papers using the titles, and you should try different search engines, not always Chrome. If you use different search engines, definitely you can download them. Certain open source search engines allow us to download even paid books even, because those books and papers were uploaded in university websites. They provide, because university they pay for those papers, and it is available for open scholars.
Yes, sir.
That is how I downloaded it. I have shared just now to you know that 62 citations were there for that paper. It was written by Kim, California University professor. Really a qualitative one. I have read thoroughly. I have downloaded using different search engines. They allow us to download, man. You can download.
Sir, if you have the list of Scopus Index journals, you please provide it so that
I'll share,
they can
sir.
browse through this. Okay.
I'll share to Sarna madam, sir. So it is list paper, journals and everything. My name is Sudhakar Prabhakar Gari. I'm a project associate in IIT Madras. I'm working in Department of Technical Education. Now I'm working for IIT Madras as an associate. We have been downloading all those papers, sir.
Sir.
Without any subscription, we can download and use open sources.
Sir.
Because
Yes, sir.
universities pay for that, and they can circulate those papers to their scholars. It's not a problem. As our speaker told very clearly, we should have association with these IITs, NITs, and some university. Even California University, even if you drop a mail, they will send you the papers. It's not a problem. They don't worry about money and all, subscription and all, because they are also scholars. They share their works because we cite them.
They disseminate the knowledge.
Yeah. They don't mind. They don't mind.
Yeah.
Actually,
Very
I have tried.
Yes, sir. You have given a good information, sir, for scholars. You have given a good information. That is very useful for scholars. Otherwise, we are browsing, but we are unable to download the papers, sir.
Yeah, definitely they will share it, sir. Even IIT people, they are very generous. They will share all the paid subscriptions with us, like Netflix password. they will share. They don't mind. Only thing is how you approach the people. That is very important. If you have good terms with people, they definitely help you out. That is how I collect these papers. Every week I read 1 or 2 papers. Really quality papers we had read. Q1 papers. And Sarna madam knows very well how I write everything, notes for each and everything. And again, resend them. They appreciate my work. I have resent that paper to Kim. She told me that even I didn't write in that paper like this. That is how we can associate with people. I have been working with ICSR, and different universities through emails only. That is how we have to approach people. If we are really good, they definitely help us.
Sudhakar sir, just now I have seen the paper that you have sent to me, and
Yes,
you
ma'am.
have written, I mean, you studied, read between lines and all, and you prepared the notes very well, and you decoded everything. It's
Yeah,
really
ma'am.
wonderful, sir.
Actually, not reading between the lines, ma'am. I go reading beyond the lines.
Yeah, maybe, yes. It's really nice, sir. I
Actually,
saw it's very constructive, sir.
Actually, why I read is I just want to know well in advance what she is going to tell in the next page. That is how I challenge myself. That is why I read that Q1 journal paper.
Madam, Swarna madam.
It's a really good job, sir. Yes, sir.
Madam,
sir.
please send the link to madam once again. Do you have number? I will
I
give you
don't
number.
have her
Note down.
number, sir. I
You
will
note down,
send
madam.
it.
63823.
1 minute. Sir, 6283?
No, 63823.
Oh, okay. 63823.
48.
Hmm.
243.
Okay, sir.
You please send the link once again, madam.
Sure, sir.
To this one.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Sir, madam. Immaculate, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Can I ask a question, ma'am?
Ma'am, please.
You are busy or you have shared, ma'am?
What, ma'am?
You are busy sharing the number. Is it over? Can I ask you a question?
You can ask me, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, in the upcoming sessions, is there a session that is depicting the research scholar or PhD, whoever is doing now, ma'am, the professional tips and techniques that they have to concentrate and follow while presenting a DC meeting?
Yes,
Could you get the question, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
You were very brief. You have inculcated us a lot about research papers, everything, all tips, techniques, everything, ma'am. So while we have DC meetings for a particular PhD scholar to be followed, no, ma'am. So during the DC presentation, any professional tips or methodologies that have to be followed by a research scholar. So in the upcoming sessions, if this is there, it'll be good, ma'am. This is one request.
Definitely, ma'am. That is also a very good idea.
Okay, ma'am.
And we'll do that, ma'am.
Because I have attended a set of DC meetings. They'll be having good knowledge, they'll be having good points, but they won't know where to how to present,
Share
or
and
they'll put out something. They don't know where to share, where to concentrate. And sometimes I've heard that the flow diagrams or the flow which they take was not right. But their
Yes,
idea
ma'am.
will be very perfect and very enriched. So if we have a session like where we have to concentrate and what we have to follow, for a professional PhD scholar, it will be good for us.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, usually all these things can be done, I mean, via conferences, seminars, and all this. That
Yes,
platform
ma'am.
actually it's meant for that.
Yes, ma'am. That I know. But my question is, they usually every college the guide who is they are setting the DC meeting in their college itself. They will keep, ma'am. They will conduct DC meetings. But while preparing for a PowerPoint presentation, what the techniques or professional methodologies a research scholar should follow? That is my question.
Yes, I
Is
understood,
there
ma'am.
any
But
method?
many of the yes, ma'am.
Is,
First, let me finish this one. I mean,
okay.
clear this one. Actually, many of the colleges, especially the resource persons and all this, and I mean, research directors,
Okay, ma'am.
they want to keep their work very what we can say secret, ma'am. For that reason, they don't want to share that one to others.
Okay.
And this is actually happen in conventional colleges, ma'am, or conventional universities.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
I mean, I used to face this kind of problem. That's the reason I stated it.
Fine, fine. Because we most of them don't get good what to say good people or good methodologies to take them away in a good path, right? Studying, working, and all we can do, ma'am. At the time of presentation, no, ma'am. Sometimes they are not satisfied. They
Yes, ma'am.
maybe
Yes, ma'am.
they miss out something. That is what even when I attended, when I speak to them, I see that they have so much of good knowledge and so much of enriched concepts, but they'll miss out something somewhere while presenting the DC meetings, presenting their concepts via DC meetings. So are there any methodologies that are formulations that has to be followed while while proceeding with DC? If it is there, you please tell us. If not, no problem, ma'am.
Definitely, ma'am. If really it is under my purview and all this, definitely I'll let you know about it.
Okay,
Sona,
ma'am.
madam.
Okay, I'll convey that one.
Madam
Okay,
is
ma'am.
still unable to join. Madam is saying she is trying but is still unable to join. Why? What is the reason? Maybe.
Sir, ask her to use meeting ID and passcode, sir.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So now, madam, I have shared a scopus list.
Okay, sir. I will even send that one to our group, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
The other two are under process, sir. And after finishing it, I'll send them, sir.
Wait, sir, I'll do that.
Sure.
Sudhakar, sir, I have sent whatever you send those lists, and I have sent to the people, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
I
Even
posted
if
them
you have
into
any
our
problem
group.
with downloading the
No,
papers, if you have
sir.
any problem with downloading the papers, please let me know.
Definitely, sir. Our
I'll
friends
share
actually they
the
are.
papers. I'll download it. No problem.
Sure, sir.
Actually, I'm an engineer. I
Thank
know
you,
a
sir.
little bit of software and everything. I'll do that.
You are very generous, sir. Thank you so much.
No problem. I'm a teacher. That is what I do.
Is there actually, do you find any kind of use in this platform? Any one of you?
Means conference. Madam, I didn't understand your question.
I mean, sir, actually, we have been taking classes like this. Is there
Yeah,
any use? Do we find any kind of use or not? Or is there
So
any
lots,
improvement on this? Yeah.
lots of ma'am, lots of things we have learned. We are enjoying
Please
all
elaborate.
classes. Yeah, we have learned many tips from our Harihara Sudan sir and Sri Ranjini madam. We are noting down, ma'am. I'll do one thing, ma'am. I have written the entire notes for each and every session. I'll share it with you.
Wow, great. Okay, sir.
I'm doing thorough research on with PPTs. I'll do share all the PPTs with all notes.
Okay, sir. Super, sir.
Thank
Sir,
you.
are you recording all these classes, sir?
No, I'm not recording. I'm taking all the PPTs and I'm reading thoroughly.
Oh, nice.
I'm listening
Good evening,
attentively.
ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. Shall I, ma'am?
Doctor sir, please give me your number.
Definitely, ma'am.
Yeah. I
I'm not hearing you, ma'am.
attended so many
Conference.
FTPs regarding writing and publishing, but
Madam.
this workshop gave me intensive knowledge of what I require. I'm not unmuting myself because I could not find the cursor. I'm recording all the section also for my future use.
Super, madam. Thank you so much, Vali ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving us this enormous knowledge for us.
Thank you, Vali ma'am. Actually, you people are, ma'am, please, Deepika ma'am.
Ma'am, as a research scholar, I feel I am alone, but attending such sessions, I feel I have a group. I have many people like me. We are all together. It gives us lot of motivation, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Our folk is really great and very good.
Yes, ma'am.
We had good association, right?
Ma'am, your sessions have ignited us to perform more and more and to publish more and more articles and research papers. Actually, when we came into research, we just thought we have to complete this PhD. We have to get some good name or points or get good name to the college. But after entering to the session only, it is like an ignition. Like we can also refer many things. We can publish so many papers, and there are so many concepts, and we are more motivated and interested to perform more and more, ma'am. Thank you so much for all the sessions, all the organizers, especially yourselves, taking like a river flowing in a water, no? So smoothly you are conducting the session. And for each and every resource persons, we thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Professor Immaculate, ma'am. Actually, whatever the words you said, it's really boosting us a lot. But the thing, actually, you are very committed and very professional. Okay, the day one onwards, I have been actually finding it, and most of the people are very active, energetic, and they are posing the questions. It's really wonderful. It's great. Thank you so much.
God bless all of you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, Greeny ma'am came. Ma'am, welcome.
Yes. There is a screen.
Ma'am, screen is visible.
Ah, yes, ma'am.
Rahmuddin sir?
Yes, madam.
Yes, sir. Please give the formal note.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Displays. Where is the display? It will be there now. Okay, it's okay.
It's my great pleasure to give a brief introduction of today's resource person, Dr. Girini. Dr. Girini, Professor of English and Head of the Department of Humanities and Allied Arts at Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan University, Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. She has 15 years of teaching experience in degree and engineering colleges across Tamil Nadu, Telangana, and Madhya Pradesh. Madam served as Vice Principal at DMI St. John's, the Baptist University, Malawi, East Africa. An accomplished academic and researcher, Dr. Girini is known for her commitment to quality education, research mentorship, and global academic collaboration. She has significantly contributed to the field of English studies, pedagogy, and research methodology through her publications, leadership, and teaching. Madam delivered 8 guest lectures at reputed academic forums, 5 patents registered in multidisciplinary research areas, authored 3 books and 3 book chapters, and 7 publications, 3 UGC listed and 4 Scopus indexed journals, organized several webinars, workshops, and outreach programs in India and Africa. Member of Board of Studies, SRK University, Bhopal, R&D Coordinator and Hope English Club in charge, Academic Mentor for Research Scholars and Undergraduate Learners, Coordinator, International Webinar and Academic Collaborations. She is a member of English Language Teachers Association and Academic and Research Association. She secured 3 prestigious awards such as Best Educator Award in 2025, Marine Literary Club, Best Senior Faculty Award 2025, AGAR Academic and Research Excellence Award. Madam's philosophy centers on empowering learners and researchers through innovative pedagogy, effective communication, and interdisciplinary engagement. Her dedication continues to inspire students and scholars across institutions in India and abroad. Madam is going to discuss on problematization, framing the right research question in this session. A warm welcome to you, madam. Over to you. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening to one and all.
Good evening.
Thank you for giving me this good opportunity here. I'm going to discuss about the topic is problematization in English studies, framing strong research questions. So here I would like to discuss about what is a problematization in literary research. What is this meaning? What as a researcher, it is one of the process of, it's a long process of problematization. Whenever we'll do the research, we can find out the problematization. It is a difficult task. So we want to just know that introduction of the problematization is, so it is the process of identifying 3 things. One is that we can identify that attention gap, contradictions, and unresolved issue in a literary text. It is a criticism or it's a historical and cultural context. As a researcher, as every researcher, they can first how they can find out their problematization, as well as how they can find out their problems. So they can first noted that what type of problematization. So they highlighted 3 things that first, as a literary text, in a literary text or any other text, they can the 3 things. First, he can identify a tension gap. What is the tension gap? It's actually the tension gap, which means that every researcher ensure not only for that traditional original value of literary text, as well as how to get the clear representation of text, which has
which has guided that what a methodology to conclusion. This is the tension gap of problematization. So when we focus on every text, what tension gap? As a narrator, every narrator should focus on the what a tension gap of a particular text. So some of that, when we say that a contradiction, it is nothing but we can say that we can make the questions as unanswerable questions. So as a literary text, when we focus on the literary text, through the literary text, what is the ambiguous ideas we can find out that whatever text or another culture, another practice, any other text, any other things, as a narrator should focus on that contradiction and ambiguous idea. That is the focus on the problematization, the ways of problematization. And then when you focus on the literary text, the narrator focus on unresolved, unexamined shares, unresolved issues in the literary text. How he focuses the literary text unresolved issues, how he focuses the problematization in literary text is that. So unresolved problems, he can identify that new variety of knowledge. Now identify the knowledge gaps and how to develop questions that can create a new insight, that can create a new ideas, how to develop new ideas through this unsolved issues. From unsolved issues from literary text, in the literary text, how they can identify the problems in a text, in any text for that. So this is the three things we can use in a literary text, within a literary text. So these all problematization noted in a particular text, particular context, which has helped through critical inquiry, critical inquiry, which three things which helps to move simple descriptions of how to critical inquiry. That critical inquiry, when you focus a particular topic, particular text, which has showing why a topic matters, what a problem our research attempts to address this. This is the problematization for we are looking at. So this is the problematization in the literary text, how to deal with the problematization in a literary topic. So we are noted in the 4 ideas. We have to note that. One is problematization effectively mentioned that 4 things. One is as a text, what we look at that, what is not fully explained or fully studied. So as the researcher, how to neglect.
Good evening. Very good. Sadhana വേണ്ടത് ഇതാണ് കേൾക്കേണ്ടത്.
So as the researcher, how they neglected and the narrator neglected themes and characters. It is especially noted for the, how they overlooked marginal perspective. How they being overlooked, how they have overlooked for marginal perspective. Like we know that gender, what the gender and race, culture, ecology, and these are the marginal perspectives we can note it in. This is the way of literally. This is the way of problematization noted in a literary text. Another key point of that, what type of contradictions we can face, what type of contradiction, what type of narrator or reader, that what themselves use interpretations, contradictions makes, and as well as exists in the keyword, what type of assumption have the text? What type of assumption, like in assumption, when we focus on assumption, keep it in a theoretical frames. So like theories, the feminist writer. These are those writers' ideas only we can assume for that. What is that? What is the theoretical ideas of focus from post-colonial, feminist from post-colonial, which is included everything is by the critics. It's granted for allowing this through the ideas. They create that problem. So, as a tool tech, look at social as how to reflect in the work. So social attention when we in
Ma'am,
particular hello,
excuse me.
hello.
Ma'am, Greeny ma'am,
Yes.
I would like to confirm one thing. Actually, here your voice is breaking. Do the participants have the same problem, or is it
Yes,
my
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Voice is echoing as well as
Voice.
it is
Okay.
cracking
So
also.
the
Ramadevi ma'am, once
Hello?
please check that one. Hello. Greeny ma'am.
Hello.
Hello. Ma'am.
Am I audible, ma'am? Excuse me.
Voice is
Am
breaking,
I
ma'am.
audible?
Not much, ma'am. We can find breaking voice, ma'am.
No.
Hello.
Hello. Is it working? Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes,
Madam,
yes.
am
Now
I
you are audible. Yes, yes. Audible.
Ma'am, you utter 2 to 3 sentences, ma'am. Then we can come to a conclusion, ma'am.
So we are. So, what is the problematization in literary research? We looked at next one, how to make it a problematization in literary. There are 4 concepts we can carry on that. One is what kind of contradictions, what kind of ambiguities, what assumptions have critics granted for that. Type of socio-cultural tension reflected in exist in the text, like that. The social cultural, we know that there are 2 different. One is what about a colonial versus and indigenous identity? What is the modernity and what is the tradition? What is the individual and what is that society? This is the socio-cultural tension, how it is existed in so reflected in the society. And then
no slides on the screen, ma'am.
So what type of strong?
Excuse me, ma'am. No slides on the screen, ma'am.
Sir. How to share? Ma'am, is it visible? Hello?
No,
Is it visible?
no,
Screen
ma'am.
is not. Oh my God.
No, ma'am. Maybe under the process, I think. Sometimes there will be some kind of technical glitches, ma'am. Okay,
Yes,
don't
yes,
worry.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Otherwise, one thing you can do, ma'am. Log off and again you join if really you have the
Oh my
problem.
God.
And also check the network, ma'am.
Network issue we have. We have poor
No,
network
madam.
issue, ma'am. That's it.
Will you
Okay.
share with Swarnasri madam otherwise?
Yes, sir.
You share with me, I will share with madam.
Yeah, now it's visible, ma'am. It's fine.
Open mic. So we are using strong research questions. How should be used in as a researcher? What type of strong research questions it should be used? So there are these types we should be used as a researcher should be used that. So conceptual as well as a specific, open-ended as a research. The specific we should be given in a specific manner and then open-ended, not answerable yes or no questions, that researchable and the complex ideas should be given. And our research question should be have a complex, should be have a in a specific ideas and linked we should be given that linked to the theories, whatever the theories may be. So these are the strong research questions should be applied in our research in our particular text. So this is third one is. So this next I am going to discuss that what are the examples of research questions framed through problematization literary studies. So this problematization not only included in English studies, English literary studies, but also for the ELT, for the and the linguistics and global English is also. So first we are focusing on that English literary studies. So I have taken two things. One is what type of how do contemporary rewritings of myth problematize traditional notions of heroism? We know that contemporary rewritings of myth, when we focus on that rewritings of myth, we can say men with it. So wait 1 minute. So which is focused that what we say that the contemporary rewritings of myth. When we deliberately focus that what type of conventional morality, how to redefine and their myths of strength and virtues in the modern text. Actually, this contemporary rewritings of myth, which will be definitely focus on this archetypals. This is which only reconstruct that what is that archetypal of heroes in several ways. We can focus only for that archetypal ideas we can follow in the myth types. That is the archetypal. They are giving importance for the heroism, so that contemporary rewritings of myth, they follow the new writings, new modern rewritings of myth. How to compare, how to make the difference with contemporary rewriting of myths and modern rewriting of here. They are contemporary myths only for their focus on the heroism, how the hero will more the power, how they give important for their battles, how they give an important for their conquest, what type of ideas they are giving importance for the heroism in several ways. So the modern when we as far as the modern rewritings, when we focus on the modern rewritings, it's a re-evaluate of this myth that suggests that the true heroism, how can we find out in that heroism? So that heroism which will focus on that their acts of empathy, the resilience, intellectualism, the pursuit of justice, everything rather than revenge. So old contemporary ideas, they are focusing their heroes, their myths, everything focusing on their revenge attitude. But modern rewriting, they are not for that revenge attitude. They are directly go for that empathy, resilience of heroism. This is the variations given in the contemporary rewritings of myths. For examples, we can give the many examples for our contemporary writings. Margaret Atwood, we can say that Margaret Atwood, the Penelope, the story of Odyssey. Also that it is written that Margaret Atwood, this story is retold from this perspective of the hero of Penelope. This Margaret Atwood, one of the famous for using myths ideas. And then another one is fantasy fiction. We are using is a fantasy fiction. This genre also which incorporate more mythical ideas, mythical elements, which allows that the more reimagination of power of structures of heroes ideas. It is inculcated in the fantasy fictions. For examples, many others we have. I just noted on only particular writers. Neil Gaiman's of American Gods uses the some classes between new deities and modern modern consumerism. What they are focusing, this Neil Gaiman American Gods, which focus on this, how they believe in the gods. They are that gods who are omnipotent and struggle to how to survive. They are focusing their myths here. They are particularly mentioned this fantasy fiction of Neil works. And then some other young adult literary works, they are focusing mythological. Mythological was completely how to retelling of their myths works. So modern writing, modern writings and contemporary writing. What type of heroism has to be power in that contemporary myths we are using here. So this is one of the English literary studies of how this is the problematizations, how they express here in a problematization of myths in it is focused completely for the traditional heroism. So how it is a traditional heroism prevalent across the several genres. That is here problematization highlighted here. Another one thing is in what another questions we want to focus that how to exist the problematizations here in digital narratives. This is the digital narrative. We know that digital narratives which completely focus on this linear storytelling, linear and non-linear storytelling. We know that the different genres we have. So linear, there are two types of linear and non-linear storytelling. So this completely focus on this digital narratives. It noted the characters, stories, narratives, everything. Which is the audience from passive to active participant. It is changes from passive to active participants. How who can shape that narrative purposes? That is the digital narratives works here. So this challenges only it is a focus on the linear narratives. Linear narrative is storytelling, which is one of the storytelling where the events more this linear narratives focus on the chronological order. When we make it a storytelling, when we take a storytelling, what type of chronological order we are following here? What type of beginning to end, beginning to middle of the end? What type of clear structure? What straight forward progress? What the familiarity? This is the digital narratives. Makes a linear storytelling of our what is that? Of our genres, particularly for storytelling. So I just noted a few ideas from English studies. Not right? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Ma'am?
You're
Hello?
audible.
Ma'am,
Yes,
your
ma'am.
voice is audible. You can continue, ma'am.
I see. Next, problematization. Here it is a focus on that linguistics. How does focus on the linguistics and global English is actually. So here we know that linguistics. I just noted the two questions. I emerged two questions for strong research questions of framing here. So one is how do emerging global English's disability, the idea of a standard English. We know that.
Ma'am, your
We know
voice is
that we can focus on that four questions. What type of standard English we are using in the globe? Actually, first question is what English should be taught. Second thing is whose English counts here. What type of problematization we can focus in the what English should be taught. So here, many of the Indian teachers follows British textbooks, but Indian students they can use it Indian languages, Indian communications, Indian English. So that is the problematization. So what do we note in the problematization here? So most of the Indian English is a fully functional, so widely used that. But this problematization, why must a student learn only for British forms? So their communication maybe is incorrect. Indian students focus first time they focus only for their reading and writing, focus for that British books, British text, but they are talking, they are for their communications only for Indian communication. This is a problem. This research questions make it a problemized, focus on the problemized here. So another one is what kind of whose English counts first. So students, most of the students prefer for the international call center jobs. We know that international call center jobs we just imitate for American accent. We know that. So for non-English speakers, speaking countries, they prefer like Japan, Saudi Arabia, Brazil, who prefer for the most of them they prefer for clear neutral accents. They are this is the most of the students they prefer for that clear accent. How it is possible? So this problem, how we can problemize from this question, this areas of standard English. Why should students ask that? We can, as a researcher, we can ask that why should American or British pronunciation carry more value than that? Value for global communications does not require. Why this kind of problematizations here noted in a standard English. And then third thing is what goals should language teaching pursue? So here traditional classes, most of the traditional classes like native speakers, their fluencies, their idioms and actions, most of the employers increasingly increased their competitions. They're competitive. They're mixed their English. So this traditional classes, how to compare for that? How to make it a problematization here? So what is the question is here? Should the goal to be sound like a native speaker or communicative effectively across diverse English speaking communications? So next thing, how do we redefine correctness? So there are three ideas we can share it. One is a Nigerian English speaker. He asked only one question is how she is on seat today. What is that meaning? So the Nigerian speaker is a Singapore speaker, English speaker, Nigerian English speaker, and then California English speaker, they are speaking, they are giving only one word, but different English speaking they are using there because they are following systematic rule, systematic ideas, systematic variations they are using in a problematization, systematic ideas in using in research questions, so that they are emerging standard English. Standard English does not compare for this other English, other Indian English. Standard English it's best for, it is compared only for American and British English. So next question, next thing is, what ideological tensions arise when local varieties of English enter academic spaces? This is one of the research questions. This is one of the strong research questions. I just noted it here.
Ma'am, voice is not audible.
Yes, unmute, ma'am.
Dr. Grevi, are you there?
Mic is off. It's okay. So when we are using non-standard varieties of English, we are using here, for example, Indian English, Nigerian English, Singapore English. So entire academic spaces, how they are making traditionally and how they are dominated for standard English. We know that some varieties, English varieties we have, how the varieties differences we have. So what to do? Normality versus the plurality, standard English versus American English. So this is the what type of authority and ownership of English, what type of prestige versus identity, what type of intelligibility and standardization we are following. Ideological tension arises. This is one of the researcher. They can make it a problem for English varieties. English varieties, English varies how they enter in academic spaces. So standard English, we are using standard English how to dominate in another other native speakers, non-native speaking English. Everything standard English focus on that academic spaces. They bring to the academic phrases here, spaces here. Next one. So we are this problematization, some research question strongly focused on that. So many problematizations is these questions. So how, when we focus English language teaching, how do classroom practices reinforce or disrupt native speaker forms? So classroom practices, we know that how to reinforce, how to encourage, or how to disrupt native speaker forms. We know that classroom practices in English language teaching, first you can either how traditional native speaker forms. So what is a British, what is American English? What type of a tension emerged from using American and British? So this tension, what type of tension emerged it? So they can change their pedagogy, they can change their assessment, they can change their curriculum design and teaching attitudes. So when we are enforcing the non-native speakers norms, so textbooks also depend on that, depend on standardized varieties. Most of the textbooks also standard for following the standard varieties, and then standard varieties like British and American English, American grammars, vocabularies, pronunciations, cultural references. These are the things. So this type of reinforces of standard English make the particular idea of ideas which has followed certain norms of the correct and superior form of English language teaching. So digital integrated language, digital and AL integrated language studies. You know that digital integrated language studies, we know that AI. So digital and AL integrated language, which has explored how digital technologies and how makes it the artificial intelligence transform for our language learning, teaching, communications, and the linguistic research. So language learning, when we focus three things for language learning and teaching, AL tools, how we impact of AL adaptive platforms, grammar checkers, personalized learning, and provide real-time feedback. So digital platforms, some enable to multi-modal learning through videos, interactive tasks, and collaborative outline spaces. So next one is linguistic analysis, how to make it a research purpose. So researchers can study their patterns in a social media language, digital communications, and emerging varieties of English. How they given important for a digital communication and identity, and critical perspectives. What is the critical perspectives? We can make it as the AL tools may definitely encourage, reinforces that dominant language ideology. So for example, standard English bias in the grammar tools. So classroom implications also. There AL, how you apply the AL tools for citations and verifications and critical use of AL generated content. So these are AL ethical uses of AL ideas, AL tools, understanding how to make it a problem for the standard English. And then AL tools, how to reshape authorship and originality in academic writing. So when we AL tools, how to make it a reshape? It is shifted in a traditional ideas of authorship and originality by transferring how texts are produced and mediated and evaluated. All types of AL tools blurs how to make it a boundaries between human and machine contribution. This is important for focusing on the AL tools. The writer becomes what the writer focus on becomes a curator, editor, what critical decisions maker rather than that creator a text. So originality completely is no longer measured by that text. Everything is a machine learning for demonstrating critical thinking, interpretations, contextual understanding, and ethical use of AL tools. So the use of AL tools raises it will be concerned about that plagiarism, transparency, and academic integrity, pushing institutions to redefine that what kind of authentic academic work, how students and researchers should acknowledge the AL tool in writing process. This is, I feel like that. Another one is what new ethical problems emerge when AL language models mediate communication. So ethical problems emerge. Ethical problems this completely emerged for AL language models. So this AL moderations introduced several ethical challenges. First, when we focus that some dialects, minority languages or political expressions, how they were suppressed here. So AL decision making, sometimes it's very difficult to understand why the content was removed and why the raising questions against it. So AL moderation definitely can give the results over censorship or silent filtering. Some AL systems could be trained for large database, could be trained that they carry risks for privacy, data misuse, and reinforcement of a dominant culture. Saves on online communications ways cannot be fully controlled. So a strong next one is Last one is how to phrase a strong problemizations, research questions used. So when we are focusing in a literary text or ELT or linguistics or standard English, whatever genres, whatever ideas, whatever concept when we use as a researcher should focus on in what ways does it's happen, what challenges we as a narrator focus in the text, what complication, what kind of plot, the construction, characters, everything we can only they can problemize for their complications, how they read their problemization, and then how does the interactions between and expose the tension above. We know that when we focus on a literary text, what type of interactions the narrator and the reader, what type of exposing, what are the tensions, what are the problem created, what are the ambiguous ideas, what is the contradictions going on, what type of cultural cultural distractions, everything, what type of culture and identity, what is the difference between that. So what next thing is what ideological assumptions underlie. Ideological assumptions, we know that assumptions, what the narrator has been given that theoretical assumptions, everything ideological assumptions, everything granted for the critics only. So how critics, how will permit it for whatever the critics, for post-colonial critics, feminist criticism, any criticism, what type of assumption they have granted for granted in there to allow in the research. So what type of a challenge is, what type of reading they expand in their text. And then fourth thing is how can examining and offer new insights into re-examine the text, re-examine ideas, how to give the new ideas, how to give the examine of investigate the ideas, how to make it a knowledge gaps between the reader and the text, or what is the problem, what is the each and everything they have to be investigate for the text. So they can definitely, when they analyze all the problems from complications, everything, after finally they would give that new insights of a text, either historical or cultural or whatever it is. They should give the strong, these are the strong problematization research questions we have to use. As a researcher should follow only focus on that, what type of problems can give a different ideas, not only focusing on that narrative descriptive problem. But when we are deeply focusing on that deep depth of a problem of a narrator, depth of the reader concept, depth of plot construction, depth of character analysis, depth of, for example, Toni Morrison's, more Toni Morrison's, we can adapt Toni Morrison's ideas, pedagogical challenges, how we can use that, and contextual gaps, how we are using cultural contextual gaps, we can use that. Dickens novels, we can adapt these kinds of cultural ideas, gaps, how to make it a classroom use. And then learners engagement and language skill development. Language skill development, we can focus on the T.S. Eliot works. T.S. Eliot, how they can use vocabulary enrichment, something, and then teaching approaches and methods. We are using different problemizations for making a strong research questions. Only problems make a strong research. Otherwise, normally we can analyze the text when we look at the this we cannot make it a problem. We cannot make it a problemized throughout this text. Particularly, what are the complications? We can note it up. What is the main complications for not only ELT but also for English literary works? Suppose when we are using more research questions, framing right research questions, when you focus that as a good researcher, we will focus what type of language difficulties? Language difficulties, we know that what type of syntax, what type of lexical ideas, what type of discourse ideas we are using that. And then another good researcher focus on that cultural unfamiliarity, learner engagements, pedagogical methods, how do we use that, what type of assessment practices, 21st century skills, what type of what is the relevant ideas given here. These are the right questions, how to frame the right research questions we can use in a ELTs and literatures also. So problematization involves particularly critically examine how literary text both enable and construction language acquisitions and the cultural understanding and pedagogical practices and learners and it means that it should be identified. You know that already I discussed that attention gaps between the text, between the reader and the text, and then unaddressed questions we can ask. We should ask in any literary works into the ELT classrooms. So what type of linguistics, what culturals, what interpretive challenges do their works present to learners? This questions we can make it as a researcher, make a problematized to in an ELT. And then what kind of assumption do teachers or curriculum design to make a literature in language learning? And another questions we can frame it. What pedagogical contradictions emerged from the text? That text introduced maybe our multilingual, multicultural classrooms. What type of pedagogical contradictions emerged to the text? And then suppose another strong questions we can frame it. How effectively do literary text, what type of support for communicative competencies and critical thinking and creativity? So such type of questions, problematizations definitely moved from teaching stories and how you exploring literature. That literature shapes shapes for language learning. Why the particular text needs for innovative pedagogical framing. Actually, this critical inquiry shows that only two things. Why the matters problem matters here. What a problem the researcher find the address to here. This is the critical inquiry, evaluate all the problem and critical inquiry. You know that lot of evaluating the assumption of information. How to evaluate the assumption of information through this evaluation of ideas, how to make it a problem. So this is critical inquiry of originality, which shows all this all type of problematizations in the research.
Dr. Greeny? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Madam, we are there.
Hello?
Madam? Hello, Dr. Greeny? Ma'am, please unmute your audio.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, madam.
Hello?
Dr. Greeny, your voice is audible. Now you can
Yes,
proceed.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So when we are focus, especially for focusing critical ELT. So I am completely interested for ELT. So ELT critical pedagogy, how to we use in a ELT that. So many of the we can discuss our ELT, which focus on that power, what type of power, what type of identity, and what type of representation of a text we can make it use of that, and how to encourage the students to question norm. So how using literature and media that reflect what type of reality is exposed to that here, and then some of assessment practice we can give it to the students, portfolios, peer assessment, self-reflection journals, oral tasks, multi-model output, that it is reflects for what is it, grammar based evaluations. Another one is we can focus on that technology and the AL tools. How you focus, how we apply the technology and AL tools when we are using AL tools, that should be given in a personalized learning. So how to allow for multimodal expressions, and how to encourage for creative digital tasks. This is definitely should be given in a textbook center teaching, and this also which helps, this opens for the space for learner autonomy. So while classroom practices matter, what is the classroom practices reveal that certain ideologies of ELT, underlying the ideologies of ELT, there are two things. One is reinforcing norms, disrupting norms here. Reinforces norms, we know that some imbalances of ideas, and then some outdated pedagogical models we are doing, it makes the reinforce norms we are following this. So classroom practices matter. It's very important for you using in ELT. So classroom empowerment, learner empowerment, and realistic understanding of English as a global language. It's very important for that. The classroom becomes, we should know that the classroom becomes a site with whether the future of English is negotiated here. And then multilingual pedagogy we are using, that. And then some of the traditional classroom practices, we are focusing the standard English. So how is it possible for standard English? We know that something British and American English, they are using the correct model. We know that. So how we mingle with the standard English and non-standard English, non-standard actions and the standard actions, which will be critically focused on this localities, how the accents variation between standard English and non-standard English. And then native speaker using recordings or textbooks. How to maintain the records and textbooks, recording and the textbooks, So the native speakers completely privileged for that recordings and textbooks that should be hierarchical order they are following in English. So off on. I'll give a sample problematization research questions, how we can adapt from literary studies. So first 5 things we can note it. One is theme-based areas, we can make it a problematization of research questions. So theme-based ideas, for example, Toni Morrison novels. How does Toni Morrison first this problematization of research questions, strong research questions by Toni Morrison. Toni Morrison use of fragmented narrative in beloved novel. Beloved novel. This is also most of the problematization. Because it is collected more memories and what type of difficulties he has faced in Afro-American histories, and then in what ways they are facing problems. So through the collective memory, they can face the different problems they are faced. And then when we are saying another example for Arundhati Roy, the god of small things, we know that this novel also they are focusing on the traditional readings of caste and creed, caste discrimination. And then another thing is research questions, we can make it a problemized character based. How to make it a character based ideas explore here. The map, it's started on Diana is used mad woman. How it is a challenge for Victorian notions of gender sanity. What ends around these two types of ideas here. Another one is the same story. You know that it is focused on completely for feminist ideas, feminist difficulties, dramas of beloved. You know. So what type of tension emerged for said characters in beloved? And the third thing is another strong research questions how to make the problem is the simple based ideas it to focus on. And one of the novel we can say that Virginia Woolf's The Waves. It is this novel how to make problemized here. No? The says that completely the stability of self-good here. What type of problem stability of self-good to use in Waves written by Virginia Woolf? What contradictions are faced there through the landscape ideas? Landscape ideas written by Thomas Paul novels. Then theory-based industry, he used the Salman industry, narrative hybridity in Midnight Children, which has focused on which has complicated for post-colonial identity formation. And then Amitav Ghosh, eco-critical reading of Amitav Ghosh, The Hungry Diet, reveals the tensions between hungry agency and ecological vulnerability. And last one is a discourse. This is a feminist criticism of Janayar overlook for based contradiction in her representative women's choices. And in modern interpretation of Shakespeare tragedies also, these are the sample research questions, problemized questions. We can use it in literary studies, English literary studies. Toni Morrison character, these are the things we are using here. So strong steps, strong form research question we should be used in any text that should be simple. Here, simple should be complex, should be researchable, should be grounded in a problem. We can make it a ground problem. We can make it a grounded in. So what type of reality we can grounded in here? What problem we can find out here? What type of linked theory? What theory we can apply in text? These are the steps we have to focus on research questions for. So as a researcher, who would definitely follow for that problematization from any text, any story, any throughout the English studies, linguistics, and what is that, AL tools and all for contemporary writings, modern writing, and everything, all types of genres, how they focused as a researcher focused problematization on literary works of a particular problem they can complicate, they can what they exist their complication. How exist their complication, how to differ their problem, how to focus the problem in different ways. So this is the problemizations of research question can make a strong. We will do that in literature text, not only literature, for all English studies. Hello. Thank you, madam. Thank you. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Does anyone have doubt or doubts? Hello, Greeny ma'am. Hello, Dr. Greeny.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Madam.
Hello.
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 Madam,
Hello.
Dr. Greeny.
Yes. Am I?
Dr. Greeny.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Dr. Greeny, your
Hello.
voice is audible.
Hello. Yes. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Tell me, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Please.
Is it over, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your insightful session on problematization.
Not in a busy schedule.
So no
The
problem.
busy schedule, I couldn't spare more time here. So have to explain clearly next.
Yeah. No issues, ma'am.
Next
Yeah, it's
workshop,
fine.
ma'am.
Definitely you can do
Next.
better, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Because
There are some
by
technical
busy
glitches, I think.
busy schedule, I can rashly prepared here. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Technical glitches are there. It's no
Is there
issues,
any
ma'am.
question?
Thank you so much, ma'am, on behalf
Yes,
of
ma'am. Next time.
IITWW. Definitely, ma'am. You need not say sorry and all this. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Green.
Yes, ma'am. By urgency, I just all the problems I cope up with here
Don't worry, ma'am.
because
Don't worry.
poor network connections here.
Yeah.
Busy schedule, college, everything. So I couldn't concentrate more and more. So next time, I have given best opportunity. I'll do my best level.
Definitely, ma'am. You put a lot of effort,
Yes,
ma'am,
ma'am.
and
Thank
you try to explain it very clearly and all this. And whatever actually you have mentioned, that tension gap and all this, really it's wonderful. And also, you mentioned how to identify the problematization. All this really
Yes,
wonderful, ma'am. Yeah. The way you unpack the qualities of strong research questions, conceptual depth,
Yes, ma'am.
specificity, openness, and analytical potential. All these are really profoundly enlightening, ma'am. Your
Yes,
illustrative
ma'am.
examples, such as contemporary rewritings of myth and the challenges digital narratives pose to linear storytelling, vividly demonstrated how problematization sharpens inquiry. Madam, your discussion of the 4 types of research questions within the context of ELT and English studies has empowered our scholars to frame questions with clarity and precision. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
We'll move to the next session, ma'am.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Thank you for giving this.
Welcome, ma'am. Rama, ma'am. Greeny, ma'am. Rahmuddin, sir.
Yes, madam.
Do we have another
No,
session?
yes, yes. No, the next session, Dr. Sri Lakshmi, madam.
Yes, sir. Dr. Sri Lakshmi, madam, are you there?
Very much here.
Yeah. Ma'am, good evening, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening.
Our next resource person for the day is Dr. Sri Lakshmi Amanchini. Ma'am, please utter. Amanamanchi, yeah. Sri Lakshmi Amanamanchi, an accomplished academician and a very good educator who currently serves as a faculty member at the Preparatory Studies Center, University of Technology and Applied Sciences. And in short, it is called as UTAS, AI Musanna Sultanate of Oman. With nearly 3 decades of dedicated experience in ELT and academic communication, Dr. Sri Lakshmi brings deep international expertise to today's session titled From Rough to Refined, the Hidden Craft of Academic Revision. In her current role at UTAS, Dr. Sri Lakshmi teaches English for academic purposes, technical writing, IELTS preparation, critical thinking, and LSRW skills, while also contributing to curriculum development and academic coordination. Dr. Sri Lakshmi's work reflects a sustained commitment to advancing academic literacy and helping learners achieve global communication standards. Before moving to Oman, Dr. Sri Lakshmi held significant academic and administrative positions in India. As Associate Professor and Training and Placement Leader at Vignan Bharati Institute of Technology, Hyderabad, she played a key role in strengthening communication, training, and institutional development. She also contributed to engineering education at Aurora's Technological and Research Institute and served as HOD Humanities Department at NIE, where she oversaw pedagogical planning and academic governance. Her expertise further extends to specialized training environments. As a soft skills trainer at Acharya Institute, Bangalore, she implemented performance-based communication modules, and her long association with Usmania University's ELT Center underscores her commitment to enhancing academic and professional communication skills. Dr. Sri Lakshmi holds a PhD from Usmania University, along with multiple postgraduate diplomas in ELT, Applied Linguistics, and Academic Communication from IFLU and other reputed institutions. Her academic training, combined with her extensive hands-on experience, positions her as an authority on the art and science of academic writing and revision. As academic revision remains a critical yet often overlooked part of scholarly work, her insight today will guide participants in transforming initial drafts into refined, publication-ready writing with clarity, coherence, and scholarly precision. With great respect and anticipation, we warmly welcome Dr. Sri Lakshmi to this session and look forward to the expertise she brings to the IITWW platform. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now the session is yours.
Good evening, good evening, Dr. Swarna. Thank you for such a lovely introduction of mine. I really didn't know that these many details are there in my profile. Thanks a lot. You made my profile very rich.
Yes, ma'am. I read it and I informed the same thing to our audience, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So before going ahead, I have a few queries. What's the time given to me? It's already 8 o'clock. My session was supposed to be at 7. So is it up to 9? You are muted, Dr. Swarna.
Yeah. I'm sorry, ma'am. Actually, we have to wind up the session at 8:30, ma'am. But you can move forward. 10 more minutes.
No, madam,
So-
it is up to 9 o'clock in today's schedule.
Up to 9
Today we are
o'clock,
going to
ma'am.
wind up at 9 o'clock today.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes, sir, 9
that's
o'clock.
what.
As per
So
the
I
schedule.
just wanted to have a clarity based
Yes,
on
yes.
that. Okay.
Already scheduled,
Right.
which was
Okay. I'm really sorry
calculated
for that.
up to
It's
9
okay.
o'clock.
It's
I haven't
Thank
seen
you.
it.
It's okay. So I also found that the chat option is not enabled. I think I need quite a lot of times to use the chat option. So is
Yes,
there a
ma'am.
possibility?
Yes, there is a problem with that, ma'am. I think we can't move that. I do have the
Oh,
same
God.
problem.
Because this entire presentation of mine is not a talk, rather it is a workshop. I want the participants to,
You can
really
use
get
FS
into it.
RTT like that. There is an option, ma'am. You can use
Okay.
it.
Right. Thank you very much. Good evening once again. So let me not waste much of the time. I'm glad to be on this global platform today. So let me just share my presentation. Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am. We can see you.
Right. I will just try to log into other one also so that two devices can help me do that better. So is my screen visible to you now?
You are there, ma'am, on the screen.
I'm there, but is my
Yes,
screen visible? Is my share screen visible? My PowerPoint visible?
No, ma'am. PowerPoint
We
is not
haven't
visible.
found
You
it.
are visible.
Okay, okay. Let me just do it once again.
Varna, ma'am, can you please disable this real-time text?
Ma'am,
It disable-
actually, I gave full access to everybody. I don't know what happened actually. It's uh, enabled, ma'am. It's not disabled. Maybe that problem with you or something.
Please disable, ma'am. It disturbs
Yes,
when
ma'am.
you
Today
use
chat
it.
box is disabled. Yeah.
Right. I'm sharing my screen now.
Yes. We can
Is
see
it seen now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Multiple options are coming up. Right. So thank you very much once again. So today we are going to go ahead. I am really jealous of the previous speaker's slides. There were just 7. And then she has given a wonderful presentation. But since mine is actually supposed to be on the next day, that is tomorrow, and I was told to take up the entire revision, the rough to refined, the hidden craft of academic revision, which means the entire thesis part of it is there. So I'm not very sure how does it align with your tomorrow's session, but I'll try to make it as simple as possible. But it talks from the first title page to the last page of your thesis. So according to my understanding, most of you are into research, either in form of thesis writing or maybe in form of a research paper. Am I clear? You can please keep texting me, unmute yourself, answer me, because if we are not able to do it in the chat box, it will be very difficult. Thank you very much. So So thanks to all the collaborators for making this workshop so successful. I'm so glad I have been following the regular updates of the session, and it is really a wonderful, memorable event to me as a as a resource person too. Thank you very much for all the collaborators here. Thank you. So I have a disclaimer to make here. The entire session, the slides that I made, most of them, 99.99% of them are my personal experiences, the way that I tried my research journey, and the ones that I either guide or am instrumental in their part of research. So this is a disclaimer that I'm not promoting any of the AI tools, nor I claim to be a perfect person for this particular episode of doing the editing part. So I'm here with a claim that AI can draft, you make it scholarly. Since we all know that we are working on refinement, from rough to refined, that is what my title says. So from the rough part, the complete raw set, that how we are making it scholarly. So we may, because this is the era of AI and it is not that easy, that we think that we are going to make it scholarly. Without the AI support today, there is nothing else that we can do. So how we are going to work on that? So are we going to allow AI to write our thesis? Can we trust AI and give our thesis part? Can somebody answer me? Do you trust AI to write your thesis?
Not at all.
No, ma'am.
No. But how many of you use AIs? Maybe you can raise your digital hands.
Ma'am, we can
Not
use
complete.
reference, ma'am.
Yes.
Can
Okay.
use
Okay.
reference, but not completely rely on to it.
90% people can use it, ma'am.
Yes, we do use, but we don't need to rely on that or completely over dependent on AI. So where we have a part of it, importance of balancing technology use should be there with academic integrity in modern scholarship. So I have a quick icebreaker here. I have lots of expectations of the people participation. I hope it is easy for you. Can you just quickly scan this? And if not, this is a Mentimeter. You have this code, either you can type this code. Has anyone gone there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Just logging in.
You don't need to log in.
Yeah, but I was not able to write it if I am not able to, if I don't log in.
Okay. Share the funniest writing mistake you have ever made. We'll have 1 minute to do this. If those who are not able to get into Mentimeter, you can as well type in the chat box. I'm also looking at the chat box. Duplication of references. It's my problem too. Thank you. Anything else? Mixing up of information. Hema Singh. Yes. Changed MLA 9 to APA. Okay. MLA style citations. Wonderful. MLA with style sheet problems. Thank you, Dhanlakshmi. Okay, I'll wait for one more response. You can't send.
No, ma'am, the chat is disabled, so that is why we are just using Mentimeter.
Ma'am, actually, I haven't disabled it, but maybe
Oh.
that technical glitch and all.
Maybe some
No,
technical glitches are there.
actually,
ma'am,
while
yes.
setting the Teams meeting, that should be done. Maybe it is done that way. So there
I
is something
tried, ma'am.
related to payment and the recipient. So I'm sorry, that is not related to me. So
Yeah,
let's
definitely you should share it to me, ma'am. But the thing actually, I have done all the things, but I got the problem, ma'am.
Okay.
I have been facing the problem. Yeah.
Done. Right. So we will just quickly look at that. Since all of us agree that AI cannot be depended on 100%, but we can just consider that AI is a tool, not a scholarly judgment. That is one thing that we can believe in and then go ahead with. So I have a paragraph here. The study is about students and AI. Okay, there are some errors. And can you rewrite in one line, please? I can as well paste the text to you. Do you want it to? I'm sure it will. Just randomly look at the mistakes, the errors, and rewrite one line. My session is going to be completely working on the chat, whatever this RTT window. If not, you are welcome. If in any case you are unable to type the message, please feel free to unmute yourself.
Ma'am, or else we can go even the oral form, ma'am.
That's what
Immediately
I
we get
just
the answers.
announced. In case if you can't make it in the chat box, please feel free. You can unmute yourself. And I love to see you also on the screens, which will make the interaction much better. So I don't believe in silent screens, mute screens. So I believe if you can, be on the video too. So can somebody give the answer for this? The analysis is not complete. Thank you, Praveen Raj.
But yeah.
Okay. Are there any mistakes? A repetition, the result shows that students, the words complete. Okay. By the way, I'm sorry, before starting the session, I should.
Can we say like this? The result shows students
Okay.
enjoy themselves with the technology.
Sure, no problem. Language is ours.
Okay?
So I'm just about to ask you, is everybody
Concept?
here from the background of English or various other subjects?
Yes, ma'am. It's mixed ability, ma'am. Or I mean, mixed domains.
Okay, right. So I thought that's the reason I took some example that is related to AI and students. So I thought instead of taking ELT or literature, so which will be easy. Okay, right. So let's see that. Study examines, of course, you started with how AI assisted tools influence clarity and coherence in undergraduate thesis writing. So there are lots of, as most of you have mentioned, that repetition of the words are there, incomplete phrases are there, so which means the cohesion is compromised. So let's now see, try these two. Maybe at least one you can try. The first one, which is very simple. It's all about AI tools that we are working on. Yes, please. I don't even know the names. Two hands are risen. K and DM. Can you please unmute yourself? This paper analyzes Angie. You don't even need to waste the time on typing because already we have lost 15 minutes in the previous session.
Ma'am, what is the question, ma'am? What is the question?
I asked to simplify that. That's what I told you. The previous one that we did, fixing the mistakes and working on the cohesion.
Okay. Now you want to make it precision. You want to make it simple. Okay.
Yes. The research talks about AI and students. It says AI is good and makes things easy. The study is very important because education is changing and technology is everywhere. The results are not very clear, but it looks like students like AI a lot. What are the common mistakes? Let's not, get into the areas of trying to fix. Let us try to be interactive. Please unmute yourself and you can answer me. Yes, AI is convenient and useful for students.
The research talks. Is it okay, ma'am? That word, I think it's not appropriate.
Okay, good. Very good. Anything else?
It says that AI is good and makes things
And also
easier.
we should not use, ma'am, we should not use the attributed words like describing words and all. And
very good.
Giving proper evidence, we have to give that attribution.
That's right. Neutral tone. We should say the neutral tone. We cannot use any attributions or qualifiers. Perfect. So this study investigates the role of AI tools. Okay, we don't say the word talks. You are perfectly right there. And enhancing student learning experiences, because we are talking about how it is changing, how it is making easy. So our life is made easy because of AI. So where productivity is supposed to be more, and examines their perceived benefits. Where we see the last few words, like students like AI a lot. So because from the students' perception, so how it is changing the educational context. It's just a simple warm-up exercise. Let's not take much into it. I have made about 8 or 10, almost 7 or 8. Let me not take the other two. Templates. I have made templates. I have made worksheets. Since I'm also working on two research scholars where we are working on some sort of templates and related to the final stage of editing. So I will share those. Of course, this PowerPoint presentation will also be there so that you can spend more time on that. Hope it is okay for you. Okay, you can, respond with some sort of reactions. Let me just feel that at least you are listening to me. Thank you. So the session roadmap is the thesis chapters, since as we discussed already, this is from rough to refined. That is the entire thesis, and it's making a sort of refinement from the raw structure, the rough draft to the final version. So it's all wherever possible. I tried to start from abstract to the conclusion part. We'll try to skip wherever it is you feel bored. Let's not spend extra time over those things. Okay, so the thesis structure that all of you know, it is from the title page to the conclusion. We all know that. And then how we are going to start with. Just before my session, the previous speaker, Dr. Greeny, she's talked about the problem statement, research questions, and how we can frame them. So this is very important. Visual thinking in research is the most important thing. Even before you start, like, for example, you are setting up for a party, you are setting up for a wedding. So you know whom you will meet, what you will talk. At least you have a rough idea of what you are going to do at that particular place. Similarly, it is also like you know what you are going to do. You have a plan, you have a mind map before you start. And each stage that you try to pass, it should have a very clear structure, clearer path, clearer roadmap, so that it makes into a stronger argument. So each time when you are starting a new design or a sort of the draft, please use the concept maps, which will be very easy, and then use diagrams for research questions and themes, and visual abstracts for clarity, so that this will help you not to deviate from the main structure. Why is it important for revision? Is it really important? What happens if we don't do the revision? So scholarship happens in revision. How, for example, if we see a movie, 16 reels will be 1,000 films, 1,000 shots will be there, and we are going to have 8 or 10 like that to watch a 2.5 hours movie. So how much of editing happens? How much of cutting of the extra details matter? We are all now working on weight reduction. Similarly, our thesis also has this extra fat that needs to be cut. The detox process should be there. So here we are using the example of how a good writing is rewriting. I love this statement by Robert Graves. And strengthening scholarly work through revision. So you know that based on the tone, based on the proofreading, based on the AI generated text, our revision definitely matters. So layers of revision, which is very important. So we are going to look at basic concepts of revision before we get into the concept of each unit. So start writing no matter what. This is what is called blurting. It is one of the wonderful exercises that when we have the writer's block, when we have like, we think that we are done with our ideas, we don't have anything, you keep writing, let your pen write whatever comes to your mind. Sensible nonsense, it's still okay. Where this will definitely help you out that you can put them into a proper shape at a later time. So there are 3 stages, of course, 4 stages. I gave a handout of this. Definitely you will receive that. Macro structure, micro structure, and ethical originality. Sometimes some of the people also feel meso structure, which is also equally important. So what are the various areas about layers of revision? At a macro level, we work on the argument structure. Dr. Greeny has just mentioned how our argument should be very strong with the research question, the problem, posing the problem. And so our argument structure is one thing that is deciding our complete thesis. And the microtone, just like refined sentence tone and precision, and ethical originality, that we are going to look at the proper citations wherever possible, whether it is in text, whatever the style sheet that you follow, whatever the referencing tools that you follow, ensure that there is originality. We have only 2 options that when we are looking at, is it yours? Is the idea yours? Is the statement yours? Is the entire writing part yours? Then it is not needed to quote anything. If you have taken somebody's idea, somebody's mind map, somebody's thing, somebody's words, definitely you need to quote. This is where our academic plagiarism comes. So when we are looking at, I just gave an example of the films, making the movie into how many, the reels. So abstract, how are we going to do it from rough to refined? So there is a weak statement. This study is about students and AI. So I told you for our convenience sake, because I'm not very sure the participants' background. So I just took AI and writing and the students' technology, something that is common for all of us. So this study is about students and AI. So how are we going to make it as a very strong statement where you know that this study examines how AI-assisted tools influence clarity in undergraduate EFL thesis writing. So we are going with a funnel approach. We also call it like from the broader end to the narrowing part. So we cannot take any statements from an umbrella term. It should be tapered down and then you have to come back to the thesis statement rather. So whenever we are writing, I'm sure you know the writing structure. Can somebody quickly type or answer me? How do you write a paragraph? How do you start writing a paragraph or an essay? What is the first one that you write?
Core idea.
Sorry,
Topic
please.
sentence,
Core
ma'am.
idea.
Topic sentence. Topic sentence, ma'am.
Topic sentence, core idea, anything else?
Supporting ideas, then conclusion. 3 parts will take,
Supporting.
ma'am.
Very good. Supporting ideas. Anything else?
And conclusion, concluding line.
And the concluding line. Good. Thesis
Yes, ma'am.
statement. Very good. Mahbub.
We should require some kind of linkers also, ma'am. Proper linker. I mean,
good.
transition.
Connectors. We need lots of connectors, especially in the thesis. They look for lots and lots and lots of connectors, whether you call in the terms of discourse markers of the language or even with the references. See chapter 6 for this, see chapter 2, table number so and so. So some sort of connectors should be always there. You are going back and forth to connect these dots. So thesis statement, introduction, topic sentence, we are really our writing part, anything, it should be with a hook. We call the first opening statement is called a hook. Hook is literally a hook, something that holds you on. It is like without that hook, there is no gravity of the task. You talk it in terms of paragraphs, you talk it in terms of essays, you talk in terms of theses. The length may differ. The length may differ. For example, if you are writing a 50 words paragraph, the first opening sentence is a hook and it is supported by a topic sentence. The topic sentence is supported by supporting statements. It depends, 1 or 2 or 3 your supporting statements. And then the final statement of this paragraph will be the thesis statement. So this is how our writing structure goes on. So I actually have another task here. I thought like we will be very actively engaged into this, using these tools. I love to play with Mentimeter, Padlet, all these things. So I posted one more here. If possible, you can check that. Otherwise, we can go ahead. So you see the picture here. I love this picture. It is like from the thesis, have a baby which is seen exactly, which has the same DNA. And this is what is abstract. It should look alike. There should be no difference, no difference. Then what is the speciality of the abstract? Abstract is something very special. It is just like the trailer of a movie. It is irresistible. When you see the trailer, you want to see the movie. At the same time, the plot is not informed. The plot is completely not announced. So that is what is our abstract to the thesis. So this is where we need to look at. And I just gave a checklist when you are looking back, because once again, I reiterate, I'm only looking at the editing part and proofreading part, revision part. So we will also look at these three terms separately. So I'm not concerned with anything else. So I'm only looking at checklists. All through I talk about is checklists. So in one of the sessions some time back, of course, by the same collaborators in August, I was one of the resource persons for writing high impactful abstracts. There we had only 1.5 hours talking about how an abstract can be made proper. So one thing that if we look at our abstract, the checklist part of it, why are we doing it? What methods are we taking? Is it qualitative, quantitative, quasi, experimental, whatever the methods that you are going with, findings, implications, and we should aim for 150 to 250 words based on the publication requirements. So this is a very important task. The head of the thesis is from this abstract. So we are going to look at the introduction. After the abstract, our next chapter that we start with is introduction, which should go with funnel logic. I just told you from a broader spectrum to the narrower spectrum. Small steps that we take, like all our ideas putting together, that makes it into a big results because we specify, we narrow it down to one particular problem statement. Again, considering it to Dr. Greeny's the previous session. So it is a reverse engineering we are going by. There is somebody's hand risen, DM. Is there anything that I can answer you here? Right. So here we can look at, there is one more example I gave you, education is changing. Do you think it is strong enough? No, thank you. Thank you. So what education, what is it changing? Is it towards better, towards negative? What sorts of changes are there? So we can look at a strong thing. AI adoption is rising. Yet its effect on thesis writing quality remains unclear. So are we completely adopting and adapting to AI to write our thesis? Is it clear? No. So here we are, the checklist that we are going to look at is context, problem, what is the gap that we have, purpose, and research questions. This is very, very important. So what is the purpose? What is the gap logic? This gap is the research gap. This is very important, how we are filling this gap logic and research questions structure. So I don't need to, focus more on that since just now that session is already done with. And how strong openings. This strong opening is what I talked about, hook. It should be a very strong opening. So the gap identification framework. The gap identification framework is very important. If we look at the problem statement, how do we identify the gap? Education has many problems. What is that? What education? What sort of problems are we talking? What is missing? Why does this gap matter? So it is very important that we are going to look at what sort of education. What sort of education problems are we looking at? What exists? What is missing? Why does this gap matter? Are there any questions here? Am I just running around?
No, ma'am.
Right. I just feel like I'm talking to myself, whether the space is okay or is there something that I can, look back.
Ma'am, we are complete Completely engrossed into your work, ma'am. I mean, your
Wow.
speech, your class,
Thank
everything.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Let's see. So now, if you look at education has many problems, is very weak. It is not really complete. How do we identify the gap? What is there that is already existing? What is missing? Why does this gap matter? So now let us see. This is how we are going to fix it. Despite increased digital adoption across HEIs, higher education institutions, little is known about how AI literacy influences thesis writing performance in EFL context. Okay, it can be changed because I just gave, since it is the background of English, that is what is given, but the gaps can be fixed based on whatever the topic. Thank you very much that you are immersed in my explanation. Right. So now,
Yes,
since we are also talking about AI, yes, please. You are about to say something?
No, ma'am. Please continue.
Right.
Please proceed.
Right. So since we know that there is a revision flow, there is a traditional revision flow and using AI. So how do we go about with the traditional revision flow? What are we going to do that? Can somebody quickly tell me how do you revise anything that you are going to do with? What is your technique of going for the revision?
Ma'am, recollecting the crisp and important points, ma'am.
Very good, very good. Recollect. Good. Anyone else? Firstly, rereading, then important points highlighted. Very good. Great. What I do is there is something called 2357 rule. 2357 rule. When you write something for the first time, based on the length of the paper, with the research papers, I follow that. Okay. So you have an idea, you started working with that. Day 2 and 3, the rule is revise. Whatever you have written, just revise. And then as I told you, 2, 3, 5, 7. 5 and 7, you revise that with revisiting. You revised it, again go back, rereading, yes, this is the same thing, revise it. And then after the 7th, then you go with the revision part of it. It can be days, it can be hours also. And especially when we are doing this revision part of it, there is something called Pomodoro technique, which is very important. You work for 25 minutes, take 5 minutes break. Even when we are teaching also, I consider most of us here are teachers. Even if we teach also in the class, after 15 minutes, the assimilation capacity is no more there with the students. So after every 15 minutes, there should be a change in the the topic, a task should be there, a gap filler should be there so that students' attention can be taken. I'm sure most of you know that with the classroom management tips. So in the traditional revision flow, read aloud. It works a lot. It works a lot. You read aloud, you will feel that some sort of awkward structures. The sentence doesn't say that it doesn't fit there. There is some sort of mismatch. And sometimes the coherence is missing, especially with subject-verb agreement. We completely miss the ideas. And then the focus on the unity, where a single idea. It is very important that we are working on when there is the idea part of it, when we are writing it in the sentence structure, it should be the logical and clear. One point you should focus in sentence, 1 point in 1 sentence, one idea in 1 paragraph. We cannot put more. Just 1 point, 1 sentence, 1 idea in 1 paragraph, 1 theme per 1 section. we take the 5 chapters, the thesis chapters, or if it is a research paper, the 5 areas. So we are going for one theme per one section. So once again, one idea for one paragraph, one point for one sentence, one idea per one paragraph, and then one theme for one section, one concept for one chapter. One concept. We should go with, this is the flow. It should follow the same. And then the logical flow with the connectors. Just a while ago, we were discussing the connectors. Because once you have the pattern clear, you are going to say that, moreover, in addition, however, furthermore, therefore, hence, so. So all these sort of the transitions come there to make the coherence better. You just check any sentence you write and then try to add this. It makes a wonderful beauty. It is just like you cook something and then you don't have the greens, coriander or curry leaves to add to have that extra flavor, the dash of it. You need to add turmeric to the cooking part, but you don't put a lot of turmeric. Just a pinch of it will definitely change the color and give a little taste different. So similarly, this sort of connectors, just each and every connection that you add really makes it a wonderful recipe. So this is what the fixed transitions, the transitions here, I mean the connectors that we go with. And then it is also talking about improving the quality of our structure. Another thing is, while doing that, we look at it in the revision part as 3 stages. One is the development phase. Your ideas are not very clear. You are putting all the ideas together. It is just like what to do next. And then is the content phase. So for example, you make a dough. Are you ready to make it a chapati? Are you ready to make it a puri? Are you ready to make it something else as snacks? So this is what is the initial phase of developmental phase. The content is ready. Oh no, I'm not in a mood to have puri. I want to have chapati. So that is your content phase. And then you are coming with the line editing, word by word, line by line, mistake by mistake. Another one is traditional flow. You know your weaknesses. We all know our weaknesses. What are my weak areas in writing? Usually, what are the mistakes I make? Is it the sentence level? Is it the clause level? Where am I making the mistakes? So you make a list of your own mistakes, make a checklist of your mistakes, and then try to focus based on that. This will be a very easy technique to follow. And another one is, don't ever try to start with the entire revision at once. If you are focusing grammar, if you are focusing on subject-verb agreement, fix to it. Don't go with something else. So whatever the ideas, you take one variety of errors and try to fix them. That will definitely work wonders, and then it will help us fixing our mistakes in the thesis very well. There is another most important thing is based on the number of words, 30,000 to 40,000 words, let us say, and an ideal this one. It should take at least 7 days, 7 days minimum to complete your editing part of it. More than that, maybe 40,000 to 50,000 words, it should go with 8 to 9 days. And 50,000 plus. 80,000 to 90,000 words if you have, you should have at least 12 to 15 days of time for revision. 12 to 15 days of time. Then the quality of the revision work will definitely have an impact. Does it make any sense? Here, yes, I have a question. What is more important? Is it proofreading or revision?
Both are important, ma'am.
Both are important. What do you do first? Do you do proofreading? Do you do the revision first?
Actually,
very
ideas
good. Revision.
we do first.
Revision.
Ideas.
First is revision.
Ideas, revision.
First is revision. Then is the proofreading.
Then we go
Otherwise,
for proofreading.
Right. Otherwise, if you start proofreading, you end up in continuous polishing of the draft, but never you have time to look back for the revision part. Revision followed by proofreading. Perfect. So for safe use, now this is what is the world, AI world. And so rely on human judgment for originality and argument depth. Right, we will also look at some samples with where we have the AI generated versions. So brainstorming and idea expansion, clarity rewrite, grammar check and refinement, formatting help. So all these are verifying the accuracy part is very important. How many of you have used AI for writing? Can I have your digital hands up? Did you ever use AI? No.
No.
Oh, there is no meaning of my title today, from rough to refined in this academic AI academic era. Right. So when we are looking at traditional versus AI, the editing part, what matters? When to trust AI versus human judgment. Yes, I have used AI too, Mr. Praveen, but I never liked the quality of it, the flow of it. Very good. So when we are going with reverse outline process is very important. Clarity check, coherence, peer review, and the final edit. So these are very important. Peer review is very important to trust a friend of yours who is very good. Otherwise, I'm going to give you 5 friends of mine. I always take their help. So today I'm going to give you my 5 friends. They are, 6 friends. So
what, how, when, where, these are the friends, I think.
Thank you very much. You already have taken them. So we are good friends. So 5 W's and 1 H. 5 W's and 1 H. What, when, where, why, who, and how. So each time you keep on looking at your structures repeatedly and ask these questions. And if you are happy with the answer, you are satisfied, then you can go ahead with your proofreading part. There is somewhere some gaps are there. You try to fill the gap. Revision is like checking for coherence and peer review is checking for cohesion. Both are the same, right? Coherence and cohesion. Peer review is also the same part of it. Whatever we missed. Yes, coherence is ideas and cohesion is the flow.
Yeah, that is what I want to.
Yes, that's perfect. That's perfect. Yes.
Cohesion is at sentence level and coherence is at idea level.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Yes. So there are this rewriting of the text. I don't think because of our chat part, but if I love to do it in case if we can have that rewriting of the text with AI assisted refinement and then understand how AI can and how we can do the ideas. Okay, maybe this will not allow me to do now. Right. So this is a revision part that I have given here. So this is where the using AI. These are various things. You can look at the AI draft anywhere because being a reviewer of some academic journals, I keep getting, and then it will be very easy to look at and then say that there is a lot of AI influence in the text, especially the research papers. So how we can identify that? Overuse of complex jargon without clear purpose. We use the jargon when we, many people ask while writing any research paper, should it be verbose? Should it have high sounding words? Not needed. You can make it very simple. Of course, it should be professional and academic, it doesn't mean that you write words that the other person must carry a dictionary to understand that. Not necessarily. However, AI definitely gives us the phrases like that. Generic or overbalanced statements. The statements will be very shallow. There will be no life. Need not be jargon, better to straight. Yes, you're right. Straight, professional, and academic. Yes. Crisp. Okay. Lack of specific evidence or citations. Usually when we write using AI, lots of citations or the specific ideas will be missing. Repetitive sentence structure. AI frequently uses similar patterns. So which can be revised. Overly perfect grammar, but awkward flow. Grammar will be perfect. So we can use AI for the grammar check, but not the flow of ideas. And missing critical voice. There is no critical judgment about it. Just words, words, words. And inflated vocabulary without substance. So often, there is no meaning of just this sort of verbosity. So this is a comparison of methods using AI refinement or traditional practices. What are the things that we are going to look at? So if our rewriting looks like a tweet, it's probably very short. So in the rewriting part, you need to go with the explanation. Clarity is what is missing. So possible mistakes while writing. Lots of possibilities are there. So these are some that we have: vague language, redundancy, weak transitions, informal tone, poor structure, overgeneralization, grammar issues, and lack of precision. So there are some here that are given based on this, whether vague language. AI is good for education. We already used this example. The paper explains that AI tools help students write better and improve writing. There is redundancy there. Repeated ideas are there. Weak transitions. The study is important. AI everywhere. So here comes with so informal tone. It talks about how AI helps students. So the study examines the impact of AI tools on student writing. So these are poor structures again. So all these tasks I expected that we will work together. So I have given you this, how it can be made simpler or made better. So dual revision challenge. So we have one AI generated passage that we can go with and then try to make it humanized structure that we do it, and then try to use the AI to check for the grammar and coherence, which will really work very well. So this is very important, punctuation. Most of us don't pay much of attention to the punctuation. So there are rules that talk about our punctuation things. So these are very simple mistakes which make a very big difference. I'm sure Eats, Shoots and Leaves is a wonderful book to look at the punctuation. The other day I was trying to there was one workshop for the teachers here. And then the teachers also have this question talking about why should we have, when we have AI, why do we need to really look at the punctuation rules when AI is taking over? No, not necessarily that we look at that way, but without punctuation, our sentence structure, our total life of the thesis is gone, or any research work. So repeated revisions of our punctuation must be there. And that is where we have capitalize with mints, revise and edit with arms and cups. So these are very common use. And fanboys, of course, all the fanboys need a comma before them. So when we are talking about the research questions and the precision, SMART, option. I'm sure all of you know SMART option. Clear and feasible researchable items. How do AI tools affect writing clarity? So strong questions make strong theses. That is for sure. There is no compromise. There is no shortcut for that. So if our question is not strong, our thesis will also not stand. The viability of the thesis will be always questioned. So there is, we can come up with research questions and then refine and then rank them. So there is one task that is given to. Later you can maybe check that. So let us go to literature review. Is there any question? Am I talking too much? No, thank you. Because here we have, all of you know that I'm here at Oman. I work for a university here. We have very clear teachers talk time. We should talk as less as possible. We make people do things. So for me, like it is somewhere like I hear my voice and then it feels like my teacher's talk time is more. So that's the reason I'm asking. Thank you very much. Right. So we are now at literature review and the synthesis part of it. So a literature review is a conversation with scholars. How many scholars are we going to meet? So we meet them, we network with the scholars, we network with these research papers and then try to put them together, their ideas together. So it's like having a wonderful get together when you are doing literature review. My most favorite area of thesis is literature review. So how to approach literature review and what is the synthesis? So we start with thematic grouping. Whatever the themes are, for example, you are writing a thesis on technology and then the use of technology or what we call flipped classroom. So all the titles related to technology are into one group. All the titles related to the classroom teaching is one group. So you put these titles based on the themes. Then the gap justification. So X did this, Y did that, but X did not look at this, whereas Y has worked on that. However, X and Y have done something where I'm coming with something else. So this is where that you are refuting the statement of X and Y and coming up with your own statements. So there you work on the conceptual model where you synthesize, criticize the literature once again, and then maybe we can look at using the AI tools, we can go with the summaries, summarizing. As I told you, when we worked on writing impactful abstracts, I showed live on AI tools using for that can be used for literature review, especially Elicit, Cite.ai. They are very useful. They help us in a lot of literature review part of it, especially synthesizing and finding the gaps. So how to write a strong literature review? Since it is a formalized curiosity, we are going once again with the funnel logic, funnel approach, that is from broad to narrow, and which will identify the debates and tensions, and we are connecting it to our research gap. So sample literature review must have an opening paragraph with context and purpose. Section A, I just told you that we are dividing the scholars based on the thematic structure. So theme A, theme B, and theme C, each one with 3 to 4 studies. You compare all the 3 to 4 studies and then present your idea or your research niche that helps in fixing up the gaps. So I have given this as a toolkit, sample literature review template. It is also going to be accompanied along with the presentation. So how you can use various ideas. So in each time, discussing the benefits, highlighting the evidence, explaining, discuss, present the findings. So lots of minute details are there with the literature review. So the next part is references. When literature review we talk about, I just wanted to put it here itself instead of taking it to the end. I have taken the examples here as APA examples, but whatever it is, what are the usual tools that you use for literature review? Can I have some tools, please? How do you do? At least AI tools must be used at least for the literature review, right? The citations part, Google's Pilot, thank you. And Scopus, very good. Scopus, okay. Jenny.ai, it's a wonderful tool. Great. Dimensions AI, something I didn't try that. Let me make a note of it. Dimensions.ai. Okay. Okay, mybib.ai. Good. Did you ever try connected papers? Connected papers, Research Rabbit. Wonderful. Thank you, Miss Celine. So connected papers, Research Rabbit, Elicit.ai, Site.ai. Of course, Jenny.ai is for everything. Lots of help can be taken with the references. And especially sometimes we put the citation, but may miss that in the bibliography section. Or sometimes there is a mismatch of the authors, mismatch of the ideas. So where these tools are of very good use. Did anybody know this this tool that is shown here? Did you see this picture? Did anybody work on this? Do you know these cards?
No, ma'am.
Okay, these were called bibliography cards.
Very long ago, people used to be do like this, ma'am.
Yes, very nostalgic, very nostalgic. Bibliography cards. These are called bibliography cards. When we don't have this AI, when it was the time with type machines and people used to type, whatever the book you read, whatever the page number, the reference that you have, people used to write and then make note on this card. These are just like flashcards. And then you make a bunch of the cards and it is easy to put them into the alphabetical order, and then whether it is a paper, journal, article, books, based on that. So that's the reason, just to make it sure that I have used it here. So with technology, I'm sure I'll try to finish it. I have 3 minutes, I think, according to the time given. But since I lost 10 minutes, I think I have a right to take an extra 7 minutes, right? Is it okay for you?
Yes.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. So the checklist is for the methodology. How do you choose the methods? The checklist is design, sampling, instruments, procedures, and ethics. So it's very important that your checklist should have all these things in the methodology section. So are you using qualitative or quantitative or mixed methods? What sort of sampling are you doing? What are the demographic details? What are the instruments? Are there survey tools? Are there any questionnaires? So what sort of procedure? Is there a pre-test or the post-test? So everything, ethical considerations, did you take the consent forms? So everything is very important. Choose wisely what tools are you going to use. And then there we go with the analysis and discussion. We are almost there. We have completed our thesis writing almost, right? We are going through a quick check of our thesis editing. So analysis and discussion, unveiling the dimensions of research analysis. So again, whether are we able to link the analysis part to the research question, comparing with the existing literature. Many people think that literature review is only there in the second chapter. But it is always there when we are talking about the discussion, when we are doing this analysis part, you always put the dots connected to the literature review. In that particular page, so and so told that, so proving him right, proving him wrong. This is what. So this is again linked to your hypothesis. So there are interpreting contradictions. This is very important. So always the pros and cons, problem statement, problem and solution. So again, cause and effect relationships. All these are writing essay structures we go with: cause and effect, problem solution, argumentative, all these varieties that you get to see in writing. We usually teach here the students about all these varieties of writing. So when you have this analysis part, you are going to report, interpret, and link to literature with implications. That is where your future studies will be easier to tackle with. So that's it. There we go with the results and good practices. So scores improved because AI helps. So this is a very weak statement. How much are the scores improved? Okay, if are you talking about delta results? Is P is less than 5? Is it minus 0.5? Whatever. There are numbers. Numbers are very much needed when we talk about results. So focus on the results by maintaining neutral presentation, as we started with, that there are no good, bad, ugly sort of qualifiers or adjectives that we are going to use. Label the tables correctly, whatever the tabular forms that we are using, and avoid data interpretation. There is no interpretation. You call spade a spade. You just show what it is, but no further description, please. The conclusion and future work, it's lot again. More research is needed. No, it can help the future studies to look at this, to look at that area, look at this area, and then you are going to talk about it. So summarize key findings, emphasize the significance, reiterate the research questions, discuss the implications, acknowledge the limitations, that what are the limitations, so that the future studies can take further. Suggest future research, and give a concluding statement, explore unanswered questions, which is very easy, address the limitations, and then try to give practical applications which can change the policies, and also propose new directions. What can your thesis lead to, or the research paper lead to? Not necessarily all of us. In fact, we should always work towards the collaboration. So when we go with the collaboration, these days, even high research houses, the publication houses, they are looking for collaborative papers. If their target is marketing. If there is collaborative paper writing, then they can go with wider market. They are not happy with single editors. Usually this is a trend. If one writer writes the paper and submits, one or two people submit, and then they are from the same workplace, there are chances of rejection more these days. Rather, if it is a collaboration one, intercontinental, intracontinental, or various universities and multiple people, the tasks and the research work is being published more. So the iterative revision cycle that we have just looked at so far is the entire thing. Draft the thesis, macro level, meso level, micro level, revisions, seek feedback, and then implement changes and continue till you are happy, or your guide forces you to submit, or you are left with no time and it is at the 11th hour you are doing it. But till then, try to work on a betterment. Betterment is always possible. It's always a doable thing. And this is another task I gave on Mentimeter. So the key principles of academic revision: start with the structure before polishing sentences. Use AI for grammar, not for argumentation. Combine peer feedback with AI suggestions. Read aloud to check the tone and clarity. Always verify the citations manually, because that's what I asked you. Most of us use AI tools for our citations, but ensure that these citations are accurate. Usually it is not the case. A final word, don't forget the formatting. Maybe suddenly our Times New Roman font 12 is not there, or it can be different at different levels. So please don't forget the formatting part. That's all from me. AI can draft, but you make it scholarly. That is where we started with. If you have anything to share, at least right now, I love to listen to your feedback. If you can use this QR code and post a few comments for me, it will be great from your side. Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, please.
All your diagrams and all your clip art and smart art, that was very amazing. How did you use it? Did you use any AI, ma'am?
Of course, I did. It is napkin.ai, one of my very favorite tools, napkin.ai.
You demonstrate, ma'am.
Yes, sure. I will. Right now, I will do that. Okay.
Thank you.
And the thing is, I'm on a free account, and today for some of the slides I couldn't make it because I ran out of my limit. Okay, I'll show you that. Okay, research. Okay. Some people might ask the differences with research paper and thesis. So the key differences are given. There are some facts given, and this is an academic revision toolkit that I made it ready for you. And peer review template, I made the template for you. And that's all from me. Any questions here? I will come back to the napkin.ai, please. Is there anything? Did you take the QR code here, please?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. To the next slide, this one. Hemaji. Yes, please. I'll give you the PPT. I'll show you how much I prepared for. Can I use napkin.ai right now? Please, I will make you do that. You can do that. Yes, you can use it. You can use it and you mention that, acknowledge it. If you see my images, I'll show you. All my images will have the signature. Can you see that? Made with napkin.ai. Did you see that?
Is it premium one, ma'am, or free?
No. This is my free version. This is my free version, please. Actually, this week I had back-to-back 2 or 3 very bigger level presentations that I was very busy with. And then, I ran out of my napkins. I'll show you. Okay, is it done? Any questions here?
Ma'am, is there any limit, ma'am? Slide number and all?
No. I'll show you. There is nothing like that. Okay. Can you still see my slides?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. This entire things are for you. I'll give you this entire things whom I need to submit. Please let me know. I made this.
Very lucrative, ma'am.
This is
very tempting.
This is one pointers that I made for research toolkit. You can see that. Okay. So this is a very useful toolkit for you. I made almost, okay. So this is one toolkit that I made for you. So what are the things that you can go with? And then I made a checklist for you. Okay. And there is, this is another peer review toolkit that I made for you. And if you see this literature review template, I just told you what is the purpose, how you can make your literature review, what are the important aspects that you look at. Okay, so again, I made this for you people. Almost all the chapters that I made, and this is 1-page thesis progression list, whether your thesis has everything is just discussed with you, and then there is a 1-page checklist. And please don't forget with appendices and references. So, and the approval. So if you keep on looking at these toolkits, this is another one that I gave on useful AI tools. Some are paid and some are free. That also I made as a table, which is free, which is paid, and what are they used for. So which areas they are used, that you can use them. So the paid version and free version, and what is it meant for. And there is one more. This is conclusion. What can you go with conclusion, and then how you go with the conclusion part of it, how to build up your conclusion. So these are also given to you. Okay. So this is one, and then let me not take much of your time. This is the academic revision toolkit. Okay, revision pyramid. Whether you have this, recommended tools that are for AI tools, Grammarly, Quillbot, Zotero, and Turnitin, and traditional versus AI revision. So these are all, you can see that this entire document, this entire folder is made for you. I will definitely give you this. Hope you like it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. I will.
Very interesting, ma'am.
Thank you. As I promised you, I'll just show you napkin.ai. You can please quickly open napkin.ai. Those who are on computers, this is napkin.ai. I wanted to write a paper, research paper on that. I wrote them a mail also. Can all of you see this?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, what are the demerits of it, ma'am? Already you have been using it, right?
Yes.
What are the demerits of it, ma'am?
Let me just, as such, I don't find any. We need to adapt certain things that we have. We need to adapt to that. Okay. I use multiple accounts because I lose my napkins. I don't want to go for the payment option. Earlier, it was not there. It was free for more than 8 months. Nobody bothered using it. Okay, see, this is what I just went with the importance of revision part for the session itself. See, now I'll show you. I have this text. Text is mine. I posted the text. And then once you post the text, you just select it. So once you select this, of course, you have to log into this account. You should have an account. Okay. So there you click, there is a spark here on the, can you see this on the right side? After you select?
Yes, ma'am.
This one.
Yes,
okay, you click on that. Okay, see now it shows upgrade now. As I told you, I lost my napkins. Let me just try. Yeah, let me just try maybe with another account. I can come back. Okay. Quickly, I'll give. I think I don't have this account. Okay, in live, I'm showing you. This is for the Google account. Okay.
C is Miss Ma'am. C is not there.
No. Actually, it is asking for when we go with a new account, it asks for the account, right? Can somebody do on your screen, please? You take napkin.ai. I can show you my library that I worked with. This is a revision pyramid that I worked with. This is where I kept the text and then I just click on.
We'll do that one as a homework, ma'am. No.
Yeah, if somebody is on laptop and then you can try, you can also feel that. You just try, click on the new napkin. Okay, you can draft with AI. You can go with a blank napkin. I use usually blank napkins. Okay, so here we will take some text. Okay. I'm sure it will say that again. Let me just go with, okay, I just try to take this text. It will show again the same thing for me. Okay, so I'm using it. It considers it to be a text. Okay, so now you select that and then turn this, say again, it will come. So immediately it will show you an image. It will clearly show that image, and then you can go with editing part of it. You can change, as you are asking about the demerits. You have that font size is there. There is black and light is there. And then you can go with multiple images. I really love to show that. And I thought actually one of it, I'm sure this will be a compliment to me about napkin.ai. But I thought I will reserve at least one napkin. But unfortunately, I couldn't do that. I exhausted all of them working with this. If you see my library, recently I have something with storytelling. This is on storytelling that I have worked on. You can see that there was a workshop. It was. So lots of designs will be there. Lots of designs are there. Language skills through short stories. So here, this part of it, if you want, say, for example, I can select the text and change that one. I can also add some extra nodes. I can add some more coloring to it. You see here, change the font size. You can go with, the alignment of the text. You can change the color of the text. Everything is very, very useful. You try to explore that. I have so many AI tools that I want to really give a presentation exclusively on AI tools for English for any teacher for that matter, especially for English teachers. If English teachers don't make the classes more interesting, it is a sin. Okay, you see here. So each time we can choose a different design and then come up with this sort of. There is. So this is. So even in my class, I use them based on the class. So you see here why punctuation marks are crucial for clarity. So now you can either, I even used these in the question papers. You want to give some gap fills for a text, especially for reading comprehension, just like IELTS that we give a paragraph and then some missing details. So it will be very easy for me to give the students this sort of the task as the gap fills. So I remove the answers there and the students can do that answering part. It comes out very well. Now, for me, like my reading comprehension passages, they worked very well to me. That's all from me. Any other questions?
Will it show plagiarism in the thesis, ma'am, if we are using the napkin slides?
No, not at all, because you are going to announce that pictures are napkin.ai is used for diagrams. For example, even with this presentation today, I used here. I gave the disclaimer here. You can see Google and various AI platforms are used. I have one research paper that I submitted for Taylor and Francis. There also I used. You use it, acknowledge it. And as I told you, I made no attempt to hide napkin.ai. There is an option, but recently, earlier it was not with the paid, not necessarily with the paid option, but these days it is going for the paid option. You can see here, napkin.ai. See here, this is the one. Earlier, we could remove that, but now it is not there. We cannot remove it. So you are accepting it. You are acknowledging it, in fact.
Even we are not using, ma'am. Excuse
Yes.
me, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Actually, we are not using napkin data. We are just using data organizers. So it won't come under plagiarism.
Yes, definitely.
Because our data we are using just organizers, data organizers.
That's it. That's it. So it is not plagiarism. We can straight away say that in the final chapter, napkin.ai is used for generating pictures. Perfectly fine. It's not plagiarism at all. No, Karthika ji, it won't show plagiarism in thesis. Not at all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Actually, that is the task given by my guide before 2 days. You have to do all the clip art and smart art, or you have to learn it. Fortunately, I found that you were explaining it in a very nice manner, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
It's a wonderful one. Here I made I don't belong to napkin.ai. I don't personally promote it, but I made most of my colleagues use it here. They call me as I'm the torchbearer for napkin.ai. When I realized that this tool is going to be a lot into use, I even wrote them a mail asking them for permission to use it in one of the research papers. But unfortunately, I didn't get any response from them. It's a wonderful tool. Wonderful tool. I don't mind if it is given as a paid option also. I don't mind going for that. But at the moment, I don't think I need a paid option. There is a weekly limit. Only recently I got to know that there is a weekly limit. And then I didn't realize I kept on using. Another thing is maybe this can be, there are like napkins, just like the tissues. You do on the same one multiple times, that will be easy. You understand that? If you use it multiple times in the same napkin, maybe your title will be, for example, you have seen my napkins here. I tried even that one. Okay, see here. For example, in one napkin itself. Okay, say importance of revision pyramid, literature review synthesis, research. So here with one napkin itself, I have so many. Let me show you my downloads. Then it will be easy for you to understand how you can download them. See all this, for example, traditional revision flow. It's actually not the same. I try to use the same diagram in the same napkin. You understand? You don't need to open a new napkin and use. What I did was mistakenly, I made difference. See, this is iterative revision cycle and this one is conclusion future. Instead, I would have gone on the same one. For example, if you see this revision flow that I have downloaded. So in the same document, if I could download the other images also, my things would have been better. I wouldn't have, see, this is the one that I took. So you can download, you can make it big, you can make it small, anything is possible.
Okay, ma'am. We will try many more features, ma'am, hereafter.
Please, please, please. See, all these are my napkins only. So this one, as I told you in the last week, on 19th of this month, I had this session, which is about the power of storytelling. And here also, I always announce that, see here, I referred to over 115 research papers, ResearchGate, utilized napkin.ai for image creation. I made it open. I always make it. So this is how, whatever that session that we have. So here also I generated the images. You can see this image quality. There is this image quality. I was working on the scaffolding of reading instructions for teaching stories by the teachers. So see this one. This is what I showed you directly over there. So this was a very useful tool. I really suggest all of you to practice that. Thank you. Thank you very much. So any questions, please? Thank you. Thank you, Kartika ji.
Thank you very much, Dr. Srilakshmi ma'am, for an exceptionally engaging and insightful session on From Rough to Refined, the hidden craft of academic revision. Your warm-up activities with Mentimeter, followed by hands-on paragraph refinement tasks, beautifully set the stage for understanding the research tone and the deeper purpose of the revision map. Your emphasis on visual thinking through, you have mentioned mind maps, thematic diagrams, and visual abstracts. All these really offered a powerful reminder that clarity often begins with how we see our ideas. The structured explanation of revision layers from macro level organization to micro level tone and ethical originality helped all the participants recognize how strong academic writing evolves through multiple refinements. The practical tools you provided, like weakness, identification chunks, the purpose, methods, findings, all these implications, checklist, and the powerful analogy of the abstract as a trailer, all these really, ma'am, made the session both memorable and actionable. Your guidance on crafting effective introductions through purpose, gap, logic, and all this, and your explanation of what a meaningful research gap should demonstrate added tremendous value. Your comparison of traditional and AI-assisted revision, like a 2-3-5-7 rule, the Pomodoro technique, and the clear indicators of when to trust AI versus human judgment offered much needed clarity in present technological landscape. The way you used elicitation and interaction throughout the session kept the audience, participants, intellectually alert and deeply involved. We sincerely appreciate your practical wisdom, your energy, and the clarity with which you elevated the participants' understanding of academic revision. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.